It's a blue button.
Recording started.
Hey.
Hello and welcome to Behind the Plastic, a show where toy photographers talk to toy photographers about toy photography. I'm Zach, and going down the line, please introduce yourself.
That's Jay.
You.
Oh. Just like old times.
Yeah. Still waiting.
You guys know who I am. Shit.
I'm not a bird, not a plane.
I'm the Crooked Ninja Turtle.
I am peanut butter on toast.
See?
Ooh.
That's the more advanced.
Well, then kick him out because I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Texture.
Welcome, everybody. It's been a while, and we decided to do another kind of like just buddies hanging out thing tonight. We don't have a special guest, except for everybody here's a special guest. We recently, Sully and Jay and I met up in Chicago, and we're just coming back off that trip. And so we thought it'd be a good time to kind of get back into things. And going forward, we just want to say, well, let's get all this business stuff out of the way. We're going to kind of cut back on how many episodes we're going to do just to be able to make it sustainable for us. So we're going to do one every 2 weeks. That's the plan for now. We'll see. That might change a little as time goes on, but we already have some good guests lined up, great guests lined up, and we can't wait to start recording again. We're starting with this because, well, we just wanted to hang out again. We had so much fun in Chicago that we wanted to keep it going. Ben and Simon couldn't join us in Chicago, although Simon's been there and almost killed Jay numerous times.
Yeah, at least twice.
Ben has yet to go, but we're trying to get him to go witness the spectacle that is Jay's shooting room. Everybody's seen it in BTS and stuff.
And also where he takes photos.
Right. Right. Correct. It was so awesome to be in that room and actually be there for you taking a toy shot, Jay, and just taking in everything. It's a whole different thing. And Simon, you know this, I'm sure, because I've seen you on the floor in that room shooting toys. Wow. Sounds weird, but
we're talking about the shooting room or the photography room.
But it was, I mean, how great was this trip, you know, getting to meet everybody, you know, not only meeting up with Jay and Sully, but we got to meet our buddies CMAZ, that's CMAZ Art for any of you wondering, and Jade and Ivory. We got to meet up with him. We met an awesome toy photographer at the toy show we went to called, his name is Articulated Times, or Steve. He's a great guy, and we'll, no spoilers here, but we might be talking to him. And we got to meet the family. We got to meet Jay's wife. We got to meet Sully's husband. It was awesome. I got to travel around with Sully and Pat for 2 days in Chicago without Jay. One day without Jay.
But we did so much. The edge of a building.
They literally hung me over the edge of a building, and I loved every second of it. It was a great time. I'm telling you, that Chicago blew my mind, and meeting Jay was very cool. Meeting Sully was very cool. It's like one of those things that, I don't know, without toy photography, this never would have happened. Mm-hmm. And right. I'm so glad that it did. And I can't wait to do it again. I will shut up now. Someone else talk.
I don't know. Just keep going.
Jay, I feel like you're like the anchor being of the toy photography community. Like the seven what is it? 7
degrees of separation.
Yeah, 7 degrees.
Everybody comes to you.
Yep.
Yeah. If I go away, everything else just disappears, right? Is that
pretty much? Yeah.
Or if I switch faces on Ben's body, that's a completely acceptable toy photo, right?
Yeah, you just drape on a green cloak and you're a completely different character.
Are we sick of those photos yet? Actually, here, by the time this airs, are we like just throwing this up tomorrow, maybe? Right?
That's a lot of pressure on the editor.
There's no editing.
I don't think we really need to edit it. Just let it go for it.
Well, no, that would have been too quick, but I'm just wondering how long it's going to take for the face swap photos to get out of the feed, and I'm not sure.
Not until the new movie comes out.
Yeah, what happens is you have the group that has to take the initial photo. They're like, I got to get to this
within
idea
seconds.
Before anybody else has come up with the idea, including Marvel, who introduced the idea. Yeah. And then when that dies down, then the second wave of everybody's like, oh, good, that first wave is done. Now I'm going to do my good shot of this thing. So yeah, and probably good month.
When is yours coming?
Oh, I refuse. I refuse. I refuse.
So the obvious idea is, right, get as many Robert Downey Jr. heads and just put them on everything, right? Like all 4 Turtles, Splinter, and just have them just walk around.
That's a great idea. Yeah. That's unique.
And that's the third wave. Third wave
character, very Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jay was talking when I was in Jay's car. We were talking about this, and he said, "Nope, I can't do it. Can't do it now. You know, because there's too many people. There's too much of a flood." Yeah. And yes, it is quite terrifying riding in Jay's car. But I'm happy to report that I'm alive.
You made it.
Because he's on Instagram at the same time while he's driving. Like he's responding. He's at home, but he's responding to everybody.
Simon, am I a terrific driver or not? I mean,
I never died once, but
exactly that's what I'm saying.
That is just a different, like, we don't have traffic where I'm from. Not really a thing. So the ability to like stopping in the middle of the highway isn't a thing. So like, I understand why texting and driving is a big deal other places in the country. You know, I just didn't realize people did that. But he's also like stopped. He's going like 2 miles an hour. He's not doing anything.
Oh, well, there was plenty of times where there was 60 miles an hour. And,
I was about to say,
I'm not trying to implicate him in any crimes.
But
Zach, I feel like
we didn't die. We didn't die. We're good.
Not even a dent. I'm saying he's a good driver because there was no crashes, and it was second nature for him. You know, he was just like,
yeah,
you've all ridden with him, and you're all still here. So I think it must be he must have a handle on it.
It was highly impressive because not only was it Instagram, he was switching between Facebook, Instagram, X. He was just on it.
Maybe I was
very detailed captions.
For all you know.
What's that?
I was probably talking to Ben too. Texting Casey.
Yeah.
And Simon.
You were talking to Gary at one point.
Yeah, that's right. Gary actually called us from Comic-Con, and he's just like, oh, I got to do this cool stuff, and I got this cool. And like Zach is like, oh, hi, Gary. Is this Needles? It's like, yeah. And then Gary's just like, oh.
By the way, I know Kevin Eastman.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, that was cool. He was like, "Oh, I just got to do that exclusive reveal of Casey Jones as the foot soldier," and everybody was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, everybody missed it.
Yeah, I also missed. I saw somebody post about it, like, "Oh, I saw Casey in disguise." I was like, "Wait, what? Is that, that's the thing?"
It was a really good disguise.
Yeah, yeah,
too good.
Too good.
Yeah. It'd be eagle-eyed for that one because they always have a little.
I think we were all like hovering around one of our phones, and we're like, I don't see it. Like what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what. Jay was driving.
Is that
Jay
what it was?
Driving, and he sent it, and then we were all packed in the car. And Jay's like, "Look at this." He's like watching the video. We're all watching. He's like, "I don't see it." Meanwhile, he's dodging pedestrians.
Wow.
He's got a smarter car though. It'll beep at him at least if he gets too close to a pedestrian.
It will.
That's true. I heard a lot of beeps.
That was just me. The cuss words were being beeped out.
So now that the pressure's on, Ben, when are you coming to Chicago, man?
The next time, I mean, it's happened for work before, but I did just get the potential today that said I might have to go to Puerto Rico in the next week. So just kind of randomly. So you never know, man. You never know.
That's cool.
Where I will.
So, Puerto Rico.
But if I'm ever coming to any of your areas, I will give you a heads up. Of course, it might not be a lot of heads up because, like say, I might have to be in Puerto Rico next week. But I don't know. We'll see if it happens or not. I was supposed to be out of town today for work, and it got postponed. So it's all
that is like the last Ronin. He just kind of goes wherever the wind
takes me, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Are you like an assassin?
No, I'm not.
Well,
of course.
Yeah, kind of. It depends on the day, but yeah, I just go wherever the camera takes me. My video camera, they say we need you here, and a lot of times it's an emergency. Well, it's for somebody, it's an emergency. For everybody else, they're like, I mean, this couldn't have waited. And then, because the thing that I was supposed to do early in the morning tomorrow. They didn't have any idea what it. We reached out the day before. We're like, so is there a script or what are we doing here? And they're like, we're gonna have to postpone because they didn't have a plan. So
yeah.
you just never know.
Oh my God! So if you didn't reach out and ask that, you would have just
I would have just
found out until you got there.
I got a new team member, and he's a lot more ambitious than me because I'm just kind of used to people not having their stuff together. So I show up and they don't know what we're doing, and then we make what we say. We make chicken salad out of chicken shit. That's what we do. So I'm just kind of used to that. But this other guy, he's like, well, do we have a script or anything? And they're like, no, we don't. We'll just postpone this. So I would have shown up because that's what I do. The other guy, he's smarter than me.
Wow.
And not bitter yet. So
do you still get paid? Do you still get paid?
Oh, I'm salary, so yeah, I get paid no matter what.
So how about this?
That's why they can jerk me around like that.
Yeah.
So,
We joke about him being an assassin, right? But if he was a real assassin, what's a better thing to be than like a camera, like video equipment guy? You got all those big bags, right?
Yeah, you could smuggle guns and knives and
look,
dynamite.
I often get in trouble because I say, "Oh, I'm shooting.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to shoot," and I use the word "shoot" a lot, and people are like, "What?" And I'm like, "It's video shooting, video."
Shooter!
Yeah.
Hey.
So,
Same thing when I say I'm going to go shoot a bunch of kids, and people are like, "What the?"
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I photograph children's baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
gotta be real careful.
I
with
do
that.
get stopped in the airport a lot. Like, I mean, you usually have to go through extra security for, like, camera batteries and things, because they're big and they have to wipe them down with like the explosive stuff and all that.
Oh my
Sometimes
God.
I've even had to assemble my camera and turn it on to prove that it's a camera.
Really?
Now that hasn't happened in many years now. This was probably 10 years ago that I would have to do that occasionally. But I think people are a little more savvy with that stuff now. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but I'm definitely not an assassin because I would get all flustered and drop.
That's what an
Definitely
assassin.
not. Yeah, that's what an assassin would say.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Good job,
definitely
good
not.
job, good
Yeah.
job.
So maybe it's a good thing I don't come visit you guys because if I do, it might be for work.
Might be the last time you see him.
So far, I'm the only one that's gotten close to killing someone. So
Yeah, Simon's the one you need.
Oh
to
yeah.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Next time, Simon. Next time.
Yeah.
next time.
Okay, so one of the things we're going to do tonight is we decided to look at or pick our favorite photo of the year from everybody else here. So I picked photos for everybody and myself. Jay did the same. Everybody did the same. So we got 30 pictures to go through. It sounded like a great idea yesterday. When we pressed record today, it seems like it's going to take forever. Plus, I don't have control of. I have all the pictures, but we have a StreamYard hiccup, and I don't have control actually of showing them. So bear with us.
Who knows what's always got? Sully might just quit the stream like any moment. He couldn't find the record button, which I would think is the most obvious one to find.
I thought it would be over here on the left side. It was in the upper right. Whatever. Usually Zach is in charge of that.
He found it.
I know.
I
So
found
we're
it.
just gonna get this started here. Okay.
There you
So
go. See? I'm on
we're gonna
top
start
of
with Simon. Simon, you're up first, and this is your favorite shot of Jay's this year.
Oh my God, I'm so honored. I'm so honored.
Yeah.
Before you say anything, Simon, let me say how honored I am that you did not pick a turtle shot of mine.
No, I hate all your turtle shots.
Very honored. Okay, I'll say good things about me now.
No, well, I mean, obviously you have a great lineup of turtle shots. One of which is, behind you. But I love everything you put out. But this one in particular, because I feel like it was kind of a new direction. I've seen a lot of your work with Spider-Man that you've done over the time that I've known you.
And you hated all of them. Oh, he's swinging the opposite way.
No. This is, I will say with this one, like there's definitely a physics there that you can see. Whereas other ones, it's a little more comic booky. This one is more realistic in the physics that are working with it.
You can feel that kick to the face, like the way.
Oh yeah.
That's impact right there.
the composition and colors are amazing, and the setup is really great with that building in the background. Like it's all together, I feel like a really, really nice shot, and one that I really enjoy. So that is why I picked it.
So Jay, blurry. Hey Jay, I have some questions. When I was out there, we were talking about you using a camera, and you've been shooting on camera since like February.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a camera shot, yeah?
Yeah.
And I kind of assume so, since all the nice blur in the background, the blur in the foreground. I'm wondering about Green Goblin's head. Was that a post shot blur, or was that in camera?
This is so you can see that he's not fully in focus. I don't recall. I'm not sure if he is, but the little bit of blur is on. So this is that thing that Epic taught me. Hi Epic, you're the man. That motion blur thing that Simon really hates when I do, but obviously I toned it down just to like. No, this is like the more practical motion blur. Like, you just see it on Spider-Man's leg, Goblin's kind of like the top of his head and his face, and this is like the clean way. This is what he like preached, how he preached to do it. Don't kind of do it all over the photo. It's like super messy, even though I've done
that sells the motion.
Yeah,
that's how you feel that kick. You see it with the leg and the head. You feel that impact. So that's it's a great way to use that.
Interestingly enough about this photo, you guys know that Snake Eyes Shredder photo that I did where Snake Eyes is kicking and the face mask goes off the Shredder. So I did that. This photo I did maybe like 2 days after, and I'm like, it would be awesome if Spider-Man, if his webbing actually pulls the mask off of Osborn, right? And he's kicking Osborn's head. But then I'm like, no, it feels like I'm doing the same trick over again, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this. So it could have been a lot better, but I hate kind of doing the samey.
Nah, this couldn't have been better. This is excellent, and it's Simon's favorite of yours, so it's good.
Yeah.
That's one thing as far as like the way he's pulling himself in too. I think that's like that's something you see a lot in Spider-Man video games and the comics and stuff. I feel like a lot of people do like swing kicks and stuff like that, but him actually using the webbing to pull himself in for the kick. To defend myself about the motion blur thing, what I tell Jay is he'll use like a zoom blur. So like if you're thinking photography terms, like you've got a low shutter speed and you're zooming in the lens, and so it creates a blur like that everywhere, which to me does not sell the motion of the characters.
Yes.
But more
the camera. Right.
Right. And the other thing that Simon forgot to mention is that was a collab that I did with him and Casey.
Jay, we're not talking about you anymore. We're talking about good shot.
Something tells me that I'm going to come up in this shot somehow magically, and you will see why in a second.
I'm not saying a word.
Well, how about Simon says a couple words?
Simon says.
I'm gone. You're going to make that joke, I'm out of here. Anyway, Ben, this is a great shot. I love a lot about it, but Metalhead has always been one of my favorite Turtle characters. And I really love the way that you put him in this shot. He's very pronounced. The eyes really just remind me of like a security droid at the same time, like something along those lines. So that's another reason why it just kind of called out to me. But I really dig the edge colors. A lot of edging, in this group, I feel like. But yeah, I just dig it, and I really appreciate the framing as well with the characters on both sides. So yeah.
Well, the whole reason I did
the
this
Dutch
shot,
tilt.
Yeah, I got the Dutch. Well, the Batman 66. It's a villain shot, so we got to go Dutch. The whole reason I did this was because I've had Metalhead for a long time, and I've never really shot him. And I'm like, sometimes he'll be like a prop in the background, but I've never had like a Metalhead shot. And my little boy has a little golden book. You remember those? The little storybook. He has this, and it's for whatever. It's the Ninja Turtles episode where they meet Metalhead, where Krang makes Metalhead, but they're Funko Pops for some reason. The artwork is Funko style. so we were reading this book like every night, and he was obsessed with Metalhead, and so like I was like, I've got to shoot Metalhead, and the story of how they built him to combat the turtles, I was like, well, that's just, and then now I have to give it up to Jay because this is also the first time I've ever used this diorama that Jay sent me, because I never had any great ideas for like a Technodrome interior shot. And I've used it a couple times since then, but I always have to light the portal up because it's just such a cool piece. It's the centerpiece of the whole dio, and so it just that all kind of came together at the same time. Like I got to shoot Metalhead. We've been reading this book about how they made Metalhead, and I had this Technodrome diorama, so it all came together for. I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I did like this one as well. I love the, kind of the, like I say, with the Batman Dutch tilt for the villain shot and everything. I like the way this one turned out, mainly the edge lighting as well. I love that, the lighting around Krang and on Metalhead's side and everything. And Shredder's just kind of there, but anyway.
I do have to say,
for the diorama.
This whole stuff that we're doing, it's so much better when people talk about you, So when I kind of blacked out then when you mentioned my name.
Sure.
Ben, I have to say, man, all of your even like the Donatello portal shot, I think you're the only one that like really captures whatever the hell that you're doing. I don't have the fancy schmancy vocab, but however the heck you like do the portals, like they look legit, like the show, like they give off this glow. I don't know how you do that, and maybe break it down. Now that I'm a little camera guy, so maybe tell me those settings that you use to sort of achieve this look. How much of that is like you actually doing stuff, and how much of it is like the actual camera that you're using to like achieve this?
Good question.
In this one, the only thing I added to it in post was Metalhead's eyes, because obviously his eyes don't really glow in that figure. But like in this shot, I don't have the light in here, but I've got a big Kino Flow light. It's an LED or full RGB, and I just put it right behind the portal there and blasted it, so that's practical. Like the Donatello shot you're talking about, I did kind of cover the Donatello portal with just like some fractal noise that I made in After Effects. But I basically for that just took two smaller, my Ulanzi lights, wherever they are, I put those behind it and made them green, and then just covered that up in After Effects. So I do it different ways, but my favorite way is to actually do it practically because it's less work. So,
yeah. And it looks
and
great.
I usually do like a smoke machine or like spray or something too, to kind of give it like this atmospheric, like there's a shot I did with like Earl from Dinosaurs coming through, and it's like a blue portal. He's walking through the Donatello portal, and it's got like some kind of smoke behind it, and it's just I think it just kind of sells the effect of like, this is somebody's coming through this thing and bring a little bit of their atmosphere with them.
Yeah. I like that.
Do you have a diffuser for that big light, or is that?
I do. It has like the egg crate looking kind of baffling on the front, but I had it for that shot. I had it taken off. It's just it's an LED, so you can actually kind of see the fall off between each LED. That's what was kind of making it give that like the waves in the portal on that
Kind of a grid look.
Yeah. So
excellent shot, Ben.
Well, thank you.
And another excellent shot.
Yeah. So there are several reasons why I like this shot. One, just that beam effect coming out of his eye or his face or whatever. Those rippling abs just really look great with the way his suit is zipped down. But honestly, you are one of the few people that I've seen with this figure that have actually taken like a really, really good, worthwhile shot. And I'm not including myself in that group of people. But yeah,
whatever.
I should think you did a phenomenal job. It's a great portrait. And it's self-explanatory. The colors are really nice. I love the kind of sepia tone. It's really nice.
Yeah, I love seeing the actual little smoke drifts in that beam of light. That's got to be post, right? got to be post
that
magic.
one's post. Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's Sully. Come on. I mean, you could have picked any of your shots and been like, "Yep, that's the best shot."
Thank you.
That is true. It was very difficult going through your.
It was very difficult going through all of yours, but
Agreed.
Sully's was the most difficult. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I also I have a personal connection to this photo because I sold him this Slugfest because
He did.
I couldn't.
Right.
I was like, I just can't come up with a good idea. He needs to go to somebody that's going to do him justice.
Yeah.
Sully does this, he gets it, and then like the next day posts this photo. I'm like, can I have Slugfest back?
Yeah.
I was like, damn it! Like that's amazing. So
he's a fun character.
He really is.
He is fun.
I can see how. I mean, even for me, it's kind of difficult to figure out where to put. Like, I've used him a couple of times lifting up the turtle van, or he's just a huge guy. His articulation isn't the best, but he's a fun figure.
Does the thingy actually light up, or is that
it does?
Oh,
it does.
And it is actually lit, but because his head is so thin, it lights up his whole head. So I took a picture with the light off and with the light on, so I can get it so it doesn't look like the light is shining through his head.
Yep.
You know what's funny is I did the same thing when I did the promo shots for Mezcal. I did the same thing, and it was because you had brought that up to me for some other figure, Sully. I don't remember what it was, but we were talking about. You were like, "Well, why don't you just have the shutter speed or whatever you're doing to control the light input? Why don't you just lower it and then make your shutter speed higher for everything and just mash them up?" And I was like, you know what? Right. Shut up with the genius. Makes perfect sense, and I'm sad that I was upset that I hadn't thought about it myself. So
that's right. I'm constantly learning from everybody else as well. Things that I'm like, why didn't I even think of that?
He's lying.
No.
It's true. I will say, for all of Sully's genius, he is very open to, I mean, you don't get to be a genius just from like natural born genius. Well, some people do, but Sully soaks in a lot of stuff, and from not just toy photography, but from all sorts of photography and art. He's been doing photography for a long time, and he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve that other people just haven't discovered yet. So keep at it, and someday we'll be maybe half as good as Sully.
Yeah, but then he'll be
always open.
Oh yeah,
anybody ask a question, I'll help you out as much as I can.
Yeah, you guys really forgot that part. You're like, man, Jay, your shots are so much better. I'm like, fuck, how is Ben so much better too?
We always compare. That's the thing. Like, I can't. Like, looking at your all stuff, I'm like, I can't even put myself in the same category as any of you. But like, I always think, I'm like, man, these are so good.
Okay, enough of that kind of talk. Of course you are.
We are all awesome.
But we're also
Speaking of awesome.
Speaking of awesome.
I almost picked this one too. I love that shot. I knew somebody was going to pick it though.
Wait a minute. 1 second. Did we not pick shots from 2024?
Yeah.
This was 2024?
Yeah.
He did it because I asked him to do a Gumby because he hadn't done one for a while. I'm like, you need to fucking shoot me. Sorry, you need to shoot me a Gumby photo, and he did.
Okay. Yeah, Zach is a stickler for when these photos were taken. Let me tell you, because I got a lot of my subjections, or a lot of my submissions were sent back for being in the wrong year.
Well, we already did one from last year, so what surprised me is it wasn't the same one from last year.
Yeah,
a different one.
I had to pay a lot of attention to that. Yeah, this is self-explanatory. How can you get better than this? This is an amazing shot. The lighting is freaking phenomenal. Just seeing Gumby that crazy. I don't know it meshes so well. I don't know what you've done to it other than the muzzle flash. I really have no idea what is practical, what's not practical. Do you have a Rambo Gumby, or did you do all this? Yeah, Gumbo.
He makes all these little things.
He just left.
That made him quit.
He's like, I'm out. I don't care.
That's a mic drop right there. He's out of here.
Because I read his comic, and sometimes his hand turns into a key. I'm like, how did you make the key? He's like, well, I got some clay, and then I same color as Gumby, and he puts it on his hand. I'm like, he actually makes all these like effects.
Where did you just pull that from, Sully?
Was he recognized for this photo?
This
he
one, I'm just messing with my putty in my hand.
He got a Toy Pick Top 10 nom for that one.
Yeah, that was another reason I had to look back at it, because I was just kind of going through the grid, and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
When was this the nomination and this one? Anyway, yeah, that's a freaking phenomenal.
It is.
Since he's not here, Sully, maybe you can answer this question. On the mouth, was the mouth like photoshopped, or
Sully, can you share it again?
No, I think that no, because he's got it. We're probably gonna have to end this and then start up another one because he can't get back in. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think that happened last time.
I'm guessing that you can't get back in. So I'm gonna stop this recording and then we'll just do another recording and then we'll put them together.
Where do you want me to start?
So
continuity.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna stop it and then we'll send the link to everybody.
All right.
That's all right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, see ya.
Pull the Gumby thing.
I don't think we're recording.
Stage.
Not yet. It's spinning.
Okay.
There you go. Now it is.
So
good.
Pull Gumby down and then put him back up, and that can be your like transition from the first one to that one.
Me?
No. I was talking to Sully. Like,
okay.
So now when you put,
we're gonna pretend
Gumby
we're
back
just
up,
now seeing it.
Yeah, that's your edit for.
Oh, this is the edit.
The last
Okay.
one cut off. Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next shot. But he said so much good stuff about it before.
Whoa, look at this amazing shot.
No one has heard it.
No, we're going to keep that in. We had technical difficulties, and my thing is screwy. Anyways, I was going to get the man himself, Gumby. So as you can see.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. So yeah,
okay.
Gumby comes like this. So I had to, I don't have a Rambo Gumby. I had to do some digital erasing and digital painting. Painted in that Sylvester Stallone and the eyelids. And I had a lot of, okay, you can take me off. Take me off.
Sorry. When you disappeared, I was telling them I was asking you when you made your comic book before, you'd make the key for his hand to make it look like he had a key.
Yeah.
Like
I did all sorts of stuff. I turned him into a hammer. I did all sorts of stuff. And with Gumby, it's great because it was a pain because as you can imagine, I mean, he's always looking like this. And I had, so for so many shots, I'd change his expressions, which was great because he's the best character to do it with because it's easy to manipulate. But imagine doing that, 500 times. So anyways, it was worth it for this. And I'm, like I said, I did this for Sully, or like someone said, I did this shot for Sully. And I was like, I wasn't expecting, but this is one of my most liked shots. And
it's awesome.
Yeah. Turned out cool. I was using a dio from 78 Points of Articulation.
I was going to ask if that was your Destroyed City dio.
Yep. And just a bunch of leaves and crap and smoke. And I think that the headband is Atticus Doom's scarf.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And then the muzzle flash is, just a PNG. Oh, look at this.
Hi, Chuck.
Oh my goodness! Hey, look who it is!
We're just reading this book called 100 Trucks.
Oh, nice.
100. That's a lot of trucks.
What number of truck are you on now, Chuck?
What do you think?
4.
I think we're on the second to last page. So.
Oh
yeah.
Oh
wow! You've done 98 trucks already.
That's a lot of trucks.
There's a bunch of trucks on each page, so we're probably probably around 80. Yep, those are trucks.
What's your favorite truck, Chuck?
Ooh. What do you think? You like garbage trucks? You like tow trucks, really? I think tow trucks.
Tow trucks, garbage truks,
Mater.
Trucks.
Yeah,
and he's on the move.
Trucks.
Maybe Marky's just reading that and he pulled.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the kid's reading it.
It's his favorite book. What have you got?
Oh yeah! Oh, tow
Nice.
truck.
These are
Look
kind
at
of
that.
toys y'all wanted to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's a toy show. He knew what
That's
to do.
right.
That's right.
That's right. Hey, Chuck, do you know who this is?
Oh yeah, we've watched Gumby. That's Gumby.
Gumby.
Do you see Gumby? It's really small. I don't have the app, and we're on my phone. Yeah, see
Gumby!
No.
He's like, trucks are better.
Yeah, trucks. Big wheels.
Gumby can probably.
Gumby can make himself into a truck.
Yeah, he could.
Marky, are you able to stay for long?
No, we're about to go take a bath.
Okay.
It's bath time.
Check back in.
Check back in because we picked some favorite shots of yours.
Ooh.
And we're still on Simon's the first round, so we got a long time to go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's gonna be like 6 more hours.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
talking
going
a lot.
marathon style.
Yeah, we might go into your territory up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My time frame. Got it. All right.
All right.
We're gonna go get clean. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, super cool. That was
That was
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
That makes me want to go wake my kids up.
Do it. Let's meet 'em.
No.
All right, moving on. Simon's favorite shot of his own.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know,
Knock, knock.
I almost picked this one. I have to admit, it was very close. I love this shot. I love this fig. Simon was joking with me a couple months ago when he posted these. He really wanted the Jack Torrance figure, and he kind of implied maybe a trade for Doc, but I was like, there's no way he's going to trade Doc, so I didn't pursue it. And I'm glad. I mean, I don't really think you wanted to trade, right?
No, I was seriously considering it. I thought about it up until they announced that new one, and I was like, well, he won't want this one now.
I'm definitely down for the new one. I'm gonna be getting that one.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I want the old one too, but it's hard to give up that Jack Torrance.
Yeah, it's like I know people that have bought him, and I never see it again, and I don't know why I want that figure so bad, but I sure do.
Because it's awesome. You can find it on eBay, I'm sure.
It's a little more than I want to spend, but he did pop up on 5K, and somebody I knew was like, "Oh, I heard you wanted this, so I bought it."
Not for you, for him.
End of story. Yeah.
All right, Simon. So, what makes this your favorite shot of your own?
As far as Doc Nocturnal goes, he's a really cool character, but I haven't had a lot of success on like making him look interesting. And I was just really super happy with the rim lighting that I did with that kind of pink, and the song I put with it was real like kind of vapor wavy, like cyberpunky. But yeah, I was just really happy with how everything pulled together.
Is that Morbius down there?
No, that's a goblin.
Oh, that's a goblin.
Lord of the Rings or something.
Oh,
or a orc.
Oh, cool. Yeah, man, it looks so good. It looks really good, and it's kind of not the Simon shooting. I know it's just like, I don't know. You put some extra juice on this one. I think
you mean it's not orange, is what you're saying. It's not.
Maybe that's
green.
it.
Orange tone.
No, and I don't say that as a bad thing. I mean, getting known for a style is not everyone can say that. That's
like I can't stop either, and people keep calling it the Simon, and especially Jay, and like. And I cannot stop myself from doing it. I'm like, no, this looks stupid.
Because it looks so good.
Some warm tones.
Yeah, a little warm it up. Warm winds.
Dude, yeah, warm it up. Well, this one is kind of warm in the cool side of things. I don't know if that makes any sense. But
fog is awesome on the ground.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
I just love how deep it is too. Like how far back. Like is that all practical, or do you have like a digital background going on?
No, that's all practical. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I got a little more space to work with now as far as like depth, and I don't think I put anything in the very back. If I did, you can't see it anyway. As far as the TV is concerned. But
so was there a stand involved in this?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Where is that stand, and what kind of stand?
A lot of times I'll use a single piece of wire, and I'll just like prop them up, whatever foot their weight is against. I'll just kind of stick it and try to put it somewhere innocuous that'll be easy to get around.
Are you a Photoshop guy?
Yeah, I use Affinity Photo a lot. I use it on my iPad. So Affinity Photo is like it's like Serif Affinity Photo, but Serif is a British company, I think, or UK based, and they make a product that's comparable to Photoshop in a lot of ways for a lot cheaper. So you can own it first of all.
Yeah, it's not a subscription.
Yeah, on the iPad, I think it's like $20. They just released a new version of it, so it might be more expensive, but it doesn't have all the horsepower that comes with paying thousands of millions of people paying a subscription fee comes with, but there's a lot of good stuff, and it does what I need it to do. So
awesome.
I edit on my iPad a lot.
Hey, Simon, tell us a little bit about like the environment, the trees, the sort of who's on the ground there.
We already heard who's on the ground. Are you not paying attention, Jay?
Sorry, I'm posting. Sorry.
He's probably on Instagram right now.
I'm done. I'm posting. I'm about to hit a post.
He's on Amazon. He's trying to buy that truck book.
Yeah. As far as props and stuff, I got these 3D printed tombstones while I was up at Legion's Con. I mean, they're pretty standard. You can find them anywhere, but the guy I bought them from did a good job painting them. I wish I could remember his name. Sorry. And those are terraformer trees framing the whole thing. And then the gate in the background is from the Dio I bought from, and I do not know why I can never remember his name. He's got two, and I do this every time. He's got two accounts. He's got his personal posting account, and then he's got the other one where you can buy the stuff.
Oh, isn't that the best? Isn't that the best?
Titan Shots. That's it. It always comes to me. Titan Shots.
Titan Shots. I don't know Titan Shots. I'll have to give him a follow.
Yeah. He's a good dial maker, and he's very reasonable. He made this like kind of castle dial. Figure 4 Photos uses that dial a lot.
Oh, nice.
I know a couple of different people that have it, but anyway.
It's a rad shot, dude. It's a rad shot, and it makes me so much more excited for the new Doc Knock. Like, I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
I hope they make 1 million of them so we can all get one without
all get them.
Anxiety attacks.
That would be nice. Okay, let's talk about another one of Simon's. This is Sully's favorite shot of Simon's so far this year.
Oh, nice.
And we were just talking about this before the show. I was asking Simon, did you get a turtle van? Did you customize a turtle van? Blah, 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 blah. I literally just saw this yesterday and completely forgot already.
I was so disappointed.
You did a great job on it.
Yeah.
Killer.
Thank you.
Very awesome job. Everything about that is freaking phenomenal.
Sorry, I like yours more.
At this point,
What?
UNESCO Turtle Mania hit everyone, or were you still kind of the only person on Earth that had him at this point?
I think I was still. I don't remember. I think it was people were starting to receive theirs at this point. It's kind of funny. I snuck in with a dude that's like a private seller. He does wholesaling of these figures, whatever. I don't think you can do it anymore, but he got in when they were still able to. And he had one left after they had sold out everywhere. I get it. People are like buying directly from Mesco, and you know how it always is. If they have a licensed figure, it goes out to all these little places first, and then the private people get them. So yeah, I'd gotten my turtles almost before anybody else. But yeah, no, Sully, I like your van a lot more. I'd like the guns and stuff that you put on your van are really like the swappability. It's all cool. It's all good.
Well, yeah, I just made them all with magnets so I could make whatever kind of van. I could have one that's tore up or one that's a regular street van.
Yeah, Sully, we need another van shot ASAP.
ASAP.
Yeah, make Gumby drive it.
Yeah.
Well, there is a van shot in the post I did yesterday, but you can hardly see it. It's behind Casey.
Oh,
I'm no kidding.
Yeah, can't tell.
Hitting the manhole cover.
I was so mesmerized by the manhole cover. I missed the
yeah, right.
and I was like, he got his Casey already. I didn't know that Gabe got you one because I was like, damn.
I know, wasn't that great of him? I'm like, oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
He I think that day when I missed out because my credit card messed up for somehow anyway, it doesn't matter. He texted me. He's like, hey, I'm going to Comic-Con. Somehow the month got changed. My credit card on file with them from like 6 to 5. So I don't.
There's always.
So I'm sitting there trying to buy it and it won't buy. I'm like, why is it not? Anyway, so Gabe was like, hey, I'm going to Comic-Con. You want me to pick you up? Well, I'm like, yeah, that would be awesome.
What a guy. That's why it's so great having friends in this hobby because like we all look out for each other. I mean, usually.
Well, he's lucky he got one too because they sold out like every day. Like Epic was in line twice, and both times it sold out before they got up to the front to get one. Wow. So he missed out.
So
he missed out, and Jay missed out because of that.
He was trying to get me one. Epic was trying to get me one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. You the man. But some photo of the year. I mean, figures of the year. Mesco Turtles.
Are they my figure of the year?
Yeah.
Figures?
Yeah,
they're up there.
We'll have to wait till the end of the year to find out. Let's take a look at Sully's favorite shot of Jay's. And I'm actually partial to the shot too because I made that dio behind these guys.
Awesome. Jay always has a way of doing stories. Like you can really tell the story that's going on with. Like usually mine, I just have like one person sitting somewhere. I very rarely do more than one figure in a shot. But Jay has always got action going on. There's a story going on, and he's been doing a lot more special effects lately, like lens flare going through the foot soldier down there. He's really constantly improving. I can always see him improving all the time, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and the blast on the end of the arm gun, whatever thing, and on the shine on the sword.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's gonna be getting hot on Leonardo's family jewels there too, because that is that's
a good point.
It's cooking the eggs.
So it's one of those photos that I wish I had the new wide lens for because meter, is that how you say it? Is that
you're
that
you're cut out? So we
the 50 millimeter or 55.
50. And so this is like that thing where I'm like, why can't I capture like the full thing? Why is it? So, I mean, it works, it's fine, but I wanted like a wider. Like I wanted to show how high, because there's like a whole thing in the back. There's like a whole setup. And I spoke to Zach about this while they were here. I really think the disadvantage, I mean, so like a lot of you guys do like a really good job of setting up the scene. So like Simon, that one we just saw, like, I don't know how far back you have to move to like capture all that stuff. Cause like the scenery is beautiful. And like, there's a lot of stuff going on here that I'm like, there's a fence. You could probably see like a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't know if I had someone like cutting the fence with like a bolt cutters or something. Like there was something else going on here.
Oh,
and I was like, this camera stuff is frustrating because like I can only get a certain thing. And that's how I discovered, like different lenses.
Different lenses, yeah.
You just have to back up into the next room and take the shot, Jay. That's
I mean, it's not like you saw like the shooting space. Like I like to shoot at my desk, like my work desk, and there's like a wall right behind me, so I can't, down, go into the bedroom, and like I just found like shooting anyway.
Well, you can rest easy, buddy, because this one actually really works with the close-up, and obviously Sully chose it as his favorite. You get right in the action. Sometimes things just work out better than you could have hoped for.
And oh my God, I love that wall, Zach. Thank you.
Good. I'm happy to hear it. And I'll make you another one just as soon as I get to it. Okay, next.
Sully's really high on the list there.
Okay, now we had two crossovers. Okay, two people chose the same favorite shots for two different people. So the first one is here. Sully and Jay picked this as their favorite shot of mine.
That's because it's freaking awesome.
Right on. Appreciate it.
So really cool. Was this the collab before the Mesco Turtles were like, hey, one more time, let's shoot these guys? And everyone freaking hated this collab.
They did?
Yeah.
I'm saying everyone hated doing it, but this
us. You mean
I
us?
hated my shot, like setting mine up. Yeah, I hated
I know,
that.
we were like, why are we shooting these again?
Yeah.
So stiff.
I don't know whose idea it was, but I think it was like Ben was like, I was miserable shooting these. I was like, whose idea was this?
But they all turned out awesome.
Yes,
they did. Yes, they did.
It was a fun one. It was fun pairing the Mythic Legions with the they worked really well.
And again, I like the motion that you convey with it looks like the wind is blowing, almost like maybe like it's going to start storming here in these seconds.
Oh yeah,
and then the death that goes all the way back to the pagoda building in the back. That's awesome.
You know what? Well, let me bring up something.
Biggest dial I've ever built. I'm just kidding.
The actual building.
All right, Jay, what's up?
Donatello and the bow staff. How come it never cuts off, man? Like in the movies and the cartoon, it's a wooden stick, and you would think a sword,
Yeah, it's a really hard, dense wood.
Yeah.
It's got
you
an
ever tried to
core.
cut a stick with a sword? It's kind of hard.
Kind of hard.
Get a
we
good
can
motion.
fight robots and stuff,
Well, I mean, I have no answer for you.
In this economy, that's I just love that.
Okay, our second one of the crossover is Sully and Jay also picked the same favorite of Ben's.
I knew there was going to be some crossover.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is freaking awesome. It's so much fun. You see them having fun on the beach. It's awesome.
So this,
except for Raph, he's like, guys, can we just play football?
That's Raph. He's always in a bad mood.
So in our Twitter group, obviously we do one shot a month, and so this is the second time. So like last year, my favorite collab out of the whole year was the summer collab, and that's exactly what happened. Like there were just so many awesome photos, and Ben, you absolutely crushed it with this. Were you like about to leave for wherever the heck you went? Or did you come back? I forgot what the story was.
This was super last minute. I was getting ready to be on vacation for 2 weeks, so I wasn't gonna have any toy stuff, and I had no ideas for this. And I just started doing stuff, and I put Mikey down in the manhole, like the pavement dio piece that I made. I stuck him down in there and just put sand all around it.
Okay.
And, I was like, all right, they're burying him in the sand, like that's because my kids always want to get buried in the sand. So and I just did it, and I was like, I actually liked how this one turned out. Leo, I was like, he's saying something like, dude, how long do we have to keep doing this? Or Donnie's all in, and Mikey just like, just keep going, not till stop when you get to my neck. But it was, it actually is one of my more popular posts recently. Like people really seem to like this one, and I think it just seems like it's fun and it's goofy, and people love the Secret of the Ooze Turtles, so they always do well.
Yeah, they do, Simon. They really do love Secret of the Ooze Turtles, Simon.
I have those still, Jay. I still have the Secret of the Ooze. I got rid of the first one. Anyway, I really
better. I think these are better than the first ones.
To me, it's all about Donatello's face. I don't like the square jaw. And that was what took me so long. Yeah, it took me so long to get rid of him for that. But yeah, Jay's giving me hell because I was like, "Who wants these?" And I sold them. But I gave him a good home, and then Mirth had given me an extra shredder, and he was just getting rid of stuff, and he gave me an extra shredder and a splinter, and I sent them along to this person too, so they have a whole collection. Sans April and Neil. I thought,
well, look at that
passing along the well. I really love that shot, Ben, though, and I think that expression on Mikey's face is it just sells it. It's so perfect. It's so
I was gonna ask what head sculpt is that? Where's that from?
That may have been from the accessory set. I can't remember if I swapped heads or not.
No.
Is that the head that comes on it?
That's what I thought.
That was the default head?
That's the default head.
I can't remember if I swapped or
open
not.
mouth smile?
Really? The accessory one is just actually a straight face.
Yeah, I was I couldn't remember which way it went. If he had closed mouth on the figure or the accessory set came with the open.
And were those Alf's sunglasses?
Alf's sunglasses, and Raph also had sunglasses on, and they were from
Surfer Mike.
Surfer Mikey, the Super 7 Surfer Mikey.
Okay, all right.
I pre-ordered that new Alf, that rock and roll Alf.
Oh yeah,
I want these Alfs, man, but I just don't need any more Alf figures, like because it's the same.
Just want the
figure.
clothes.
I just want the accessories.
Yeah,
just don't be the
take
stuff.
those off or sell the original Alf and.
Yeah,
just
I
sell
got
the
that one
figure.
and the Comic Con like last year's, like where he came with, because I wanted all those accessories, but they're scaled to Alf, who was scaled bigger than he would be. So like, I can't use them the way I thought I could, but I love all these new Alfs. I just don't need more Alf figures.
Yeah, Alf army building. I don't know. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
He is an alien race. I mean, there are several.
That's true. Many Alfs.
Oh my God! So if you buy all the different Alfs, you would have 4, and then you just make the bandana for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea.
Because they're also doing that totally 80s Alf. He looks amazing.
They do look good.
Just like
I love all the accessories and stuff.
Yeah,
so good. All right, next up, Sully's favorite of Sully's.
Sully's favorite of Sully's. And guess what? That's another Zach Dio back there.
Woohoo!
The industrial. I mean, you know how you can tell. You know how you can tell. You can tell Gomez or some of his people definitely worked on the street. That's how you can tell it.
Oh yeah. Dang, I did a good job on that.
You killed
it. Good job.
And Zach, don't ever tell me you're not good at graffiti.
No, I didn't do that graffiti.
He didn't do the graffiti. I did that
in post. I stole this Dio idea from 112 Wonders. Sully asked me, he's like, dude, this Dio is so cool.
Because you can use
Can
it
you do
like
it for me?
20 different ways.
Yeah. So it's like,
Dio.
yeah, it really is a cool configuration.
I asked him first if it was okay, and he said that's fine.
Yeah. And then we had him on the show.
What's that pipe? What's the piping?
What's the piping?
It's just a 3D. I printed it out.
Are you talking about the one?
Are you talking about the pipe?
By Leo.
The one that goes up the wall, or the one that goes down on the ground?
On the ground, yeah.
The ground was just a 3D printed pipe that I printed out and painted and made it look like a industrial sewer pipe kind of sticking out.
That's awesome.
You did a great job on the Zach on that wall pipe though. That's like a silly straw thing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh, thanks, man.
Photo's pretty good too. I know that we're
talking about
this. Photo is fantastic.
This is one of the few times that I have more than one figure in a shot, so that's why I picked it. Because when people do this all the time, I don't know how they make it look so.
It's
good.
hard.
I'm fine. I'm fine with.
You don't know how they make them look so good. Look,
figure.
this looks that good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It's one of my pictures look good.
No, it's a fantastic shot. But you and I are in the same camp. Like it's like one's good, one or two.
Yeah,
it does get to be a lot to manage. Yeah, especially those action shots like Jay does all the time. You got multiple stands. Like you and manipulating those, it gets to be pretty rough. But this, I'm sure there's no stands. You're just kind of leaning that up against each other, right?
They're all regular standing.
It's so
I
good.
love all the posing is so good, but I love the way Donnie has his bow staff kind of like a pool cue. Like I love that the way he's holding that.
Hey Sully, did you have a hard time sort of picking who they would fight? Because I'm very, very like it's almost like I still haven't paired them with the Sinja, but that like footbot that you have down there was one of like the early things that Simon recommended. Because I'm like, Simon, who could these guys fight, right? Because the Mezco have like a certain aesthetic. Like, what do you think? Who else would like pair up with?
Right, they're pretty much all I have. I'm actually ordered two more of those today because I got a bunch of points from Best Buy I have to spend before. So I'm like, why not army build? That's the only thing I could really think of, or maybe I bought some of the Mousers. I think I've done that in some other pictures of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think they'd go good. I have like one black foot soldier from the movie Foot Soldier.
Whoa,
Mm-hmm.
that's a hard key.
Mezco, we need foot soldiers.
Yeah,
we need villains.
Oh my God, Mezco foot soldiers! Like you want to army build those? Pay $100 each.
Yeah, no thanks. Keep it on the cheap
I
side.
did pre-order the Bebop though.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah?
Or Rocksteady.
Toys or whatever.
Fury Toys or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, 5K. Because you can make them
Yeah.
look like the 1980s.
Yeah,
Because you
I
can
did.
change
Yeah,
him
he
from the
looks-
samurai to the
He looks
looks
great
80s guy.
for sure.
And he looks like he's going to be big, like so he'll be like a good size with the Mezco turtles. So yeah, I did
Yeah.
the same thing.
Okay, I'm pulling up Jay's, and Jay's only gonna have 3 because remember his crossed over, his for me and Ben crossed over. So first one for Jay. Sorry, I gotta pull it up. I gotta do this. Okay, Jay's favorite of Sully's.
Oh, I almost picked this one.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah,
so good.
This one was, I think, early during like the Mezco stuff, and I looked at it. I'm like, "Fuck! I'm never gonna take a better Mezco turtle photo than this." That's when it hit me.
I know.
Damn it!
It's all downhill from here.
This was one where I was like, "You can put smoke in that thing? Of course, you can put smoke in that thing."
Oh yeah,
perfect.
Yeah,
so
I haven't used that thing yet.
I'm using a regular freaking glass, right? Glass.
What?
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've thought about it, like, because I never can find one of those when I need it, like to order one of these like hibernation things or whatever.
I think I got on Amazon.
They're on. I think they might be on like Ally, but I found. Yeah, I found one on Amazon too.
Yeah.
But they make these like sleeves for halogen lights or like the bar lights that you could buy and probably slice that up just if you wanted like a vertical tube.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
Sully, this was in the midst of your absolute tear of Mezco turtles. You just went on a rampage. And
they
I'm
were
surprised.
Expensive, so I needed to get my photos worth out.
and you did, and then some.
I paid the aftermarket price for them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because you didn't go for them at first.
I didn't. I wasn't quite sure I wanted them, and then I paid the aftermarket price for them.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I did, and then canceled because I was like, these suck. Oh, these will not be better than NECA. And then they showed them at SDCC, and I was like, well, I guess I got to get these, and they were sold out.
That's what sold me. Because Zach and Ben were on them, like maybe even before Mezco themselves, right? And they just kept drilling, like, yeah, you have to get these, you have to get these. And then I saw someone's video. It was like an early walkthrough of the Mezco booth. It was like preview day or something. It was like really early. And they were still up on Big Bad. I snatched them, and I think it was sold out like 30 minutes after that.
Oh yeah,
it went really like quick.
And no regrets from anybody, right?
No. Well, Zach had but
still no regrets. Still awesome. Okay, Jay's favorite of Simon's.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of multiple figures on multiple stands.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
There's a lot going on here.
I had to be, somebody told Thormarth was like, you can still see the stand on Casey. I was like, shit. So I had to go back in and fix it.
Oh, really?
I've done that before where I post something and like the side part is still holding on to the rib. I'm like, God.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all. But luckily I just shared it in the group, so I didn't have to like go in and change everything. But
that's a very good point out there, kiddies. Share your photos. Let people see them. You never know. There's something you might miss or something that might, just that little thing that might make it a little better. Happens to me all the time.
And not only that, but I think like when you send it, like it's almost like it goes through like your eyes a different way. You're like, oh my God. And like you'll see it differently.
Right. Yeah.
It's weird how
very
that
good
works.
point.
But Simon, man, I absolutely love this photo so much. I think I used one of my Toy Pick community thingy majingy free things. And like
that's right.
Because I love this photo so much.
They give you tokens there? Well, thank you.
Exchange rate for like a stuffed animal isn't as good. Like you'll get a piece of candy.
You get an eraser. Yeah,
Yeah,
Simon, this is insane, dude. Insane. How many 78 points of articulation diodes do you have now? What's your collection up to?
Oh, he's got them all.
I've just got no. I've just got 2. No, I'm sorry. I forget about I bought 2 directly from him, and then I got the Ruins one or whatever it's called secondhand. So I forget about.
Oh wow.
But, yeah, I've got 3, and I bought the new one, but I don't know what the status is on that one.
The bodega.
Yeah, but I'm kind of glad I don't know what the status is, because it's like it's gonna be a chunk of change when he's like, "Hey, it's ready."
It was a chunk of change. I got mine. It looks awesome. I haven't shot it yet.
I've seen them. Awesome. They are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they do look good.
And especially so versatile. You can pair it with this dial right here. I just saw Casey do that. It looks amazing.
I think Casey does have all of 78's. Like he's always on board when he makes one. So I think he might actually have them all.
The one I missed that I really wish I'd grabbed was the rooftop.
I think he's remaking that. Didn't he post something like back by popular demand?
Something. Oh, no. Yeah, something.
If he puts that up,
Yeah.
Can we? We're gonna have 78 points on the show, right?
He has agreed. We haven't set up a date yet.
Okay, good.
78. If you're watching this,
he's not.
He's not.
He's not. He's making dials.
Yeah, he's a busy boy. Yeah. Okay. Simon, excellent shot, of course. Jay, your favorite of your own. Very surprising. Very surprising.
No turtles.
No turtles.
It shouldn't be.
Why?
Because I've told everyone what my goal this year was.
Is to get rid of every turtle that you've ever bought.
Turtle soup. Honestly, it was just to take for the photo to be featured, that was kind of like almost like some validation. But I really wanted like a non-turtle photo to like be really good. And the fact that I always I could never get a digital background to be happy with it. And this one, I'm I have completely fooled myself. I got that creator's high with this one. I was like, man, I absolutely, and I'm like, oh, the fact that he's obviously snake eyes, waving the cobra, that whole fun, I was like, yeah, that's entertaining enough. But honestly, I mean, I was gonna do something more creative, almost have him cut the cobra in half, because obviously, the fact that I set up what's his face, Timber, in kind of a attack, I almost wasn't even gonna have Snake Eyes see the cobra. The snake at first. It was gonna be something a little more interesting than it actually ended. But I was just so happy how it looked. I'm like, oh my god, take the photo. Don't even look at anything else. Take the photo. and I'm like, oh, it's interesting enough. There's I think I sent this photo to Simon and Casey. I was like, hey guys, look at this. Look, tell me how awesome it is. It's like, what is he waving to the thing? I'm like, forget what he's doing. Just look how awesome it looks. That's not even important. I'm like, yeah, sure. He's waving to the cobra. Yeah,
it's whatever. So fun. It's so fun.
To me, that shows how good of a ninja he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not threatened by the cobra.
Yes. But yes, this is a digital background with my beautiful favorite outdoor dio from Toy Blocks. Zach, I might have booked Toy Blocks right after our homeboy, so we can be done for the month. Just back to back.
Yeah,
maybe I can corner him into making me the dio that I keep asking for over.
There you go.
I love this dio so much. I love this freaking dio so much, and I have found 5 or 6 backgrounds that kind of go well with it, and I'm just so happy. I might vomit on this maybe at the end of the year because I want to shoot it. I want to do this Predator collab now, with it. But I absolutely love this dio. Thank you, Toy Blocks. And he's such a great guy. He gave me a fantastic price on it. And I'm super happy with this photo.
And also, man, great job on blending that background with the dio.
Yes.
It is perfect.
Because I know that's something you've told me in the past. That it's you say, I'm no good with these, with trying to do a digital background. You never can get it the way you want. And
it's hard.
Yeah, the colors match perfectly. It looks seamless. And that's you nailed it on this one.
So Thank you. One thing I will say, I did take Simon's tips. So Simon said to turn the brightness or something down, like all the way down.
Yeah.
All the way down. That really, really, really does help. And I don't know I wonder if I took my
on the monitor, like
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, Simon said to do that. And obviously this was a camera. I don't know if like a phone would, I don't know how the phone would capture it. So those are the two different, variables compared to when I was trying to do it before.
This would be a good moment to get the polarizing filter for your camera, so you don't have to mess around with the brightness anymore. You just turn that, and it'll help with that in the future.
Simon, you taught me how to use a tripod.
I remember that.
He was like walking around with the camera on top of it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Flipped around.
Jay, you do need a new tripod though. I will say that if you get one with an arm, a boom arm, you're gonna be.
I need a boom arm.
Yeah. Oh man.
For the lighting. For lighting.
Well, when we were shooting in Jay's actually his bedroom, which is weird.
Well,
I know. I saw where the magic happens. And it was on the ground on a piece of carpet. But we were trying to I was like, let me see your tripod. Maybe we can get this camera, because mine can go underneath too, right? Like I'm sure all of yours can.
Right.
But his didn't. So that's just the more versatility you have, the more options you have, right?
And Zach did this like weird, man, what we did with that camera. I mean, also like the shot that I wanted to do, it wasn't like a straight on, it was like a little bit tilted. And Zach was like, hey, let's just put a stack of books under it and let me twist this 50 times over. And somehow it worked.
It was a very awkward angle to shoot, on the ground. So
we were using toothpaste as a tripod when I was over there.
Yes, we did. Because we can.
Well, the first thing that he used was a bottle of deodorant, spray deodorant. I was like, this isn't gonna work. Let's get some books.
Yeah.
Okay. Switching over to Ben's favorite shots. We're gonna start with me.
Oh. Look at that.
Yeah.
That was
Jack
up there
Torrance.
Yeah, that was up there for me.
Yeah, I love it's such a cool figure, and I love this collab you did, the safe cracking collab, and this was just perfect. And again, kind of like Sully's, it's not an action shot. It's a simple, and you just nailed it. It looks so good, and the expression on his face, the hands, everything about it is just wow.
Thank you. He works so perfectly for this exact shot. Not the most exciting, but it impactful, right?
No, I love how subtle the lighting is and everything. You have the little hot spots in the background and just the fall off on his face. It's so good.
Awesome.
Yeah, the lighting is really what got me on this one as well. Like I said, I almost picked it. But the lighting is just perfect, and it always makes you. That's the thing when you have a simple shot, you get to spend more time on those other things. You're not so worried about shit. If I bump the table, everything's gonna fall over.
That's a very good point. Yeah. What's crazy is this was for a collab with Marky. He sent me this safe. What a guy, right?
He's the best.
So I was like, man, we got to do a safe collab. And so I did this. I was like, oh, that's perfect and everything. And then he did. Do you remember that shot that he did with the safe? One where it got dropped on someone's head and Loomis is there looking up like, police detective. And there was 50 figures in there. And it was just, it's a phenomenal photo.
Yeah.
And I felt completely inadequate going up. We're not going up against each other, of course. You know what I mean? But it's when you do collabs, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I did the collab with you, Zach, is I was like, well, his is really great and this is crap.
Here's what I did.
Yeah.
You're great. Awesome.
Here you go. I did it.
We're going to put this on the fridge, buddy.
Yeah.
No. What happened to Jay, by the way?
No, sorry.
Look at that.
Toilet is fixed. Woo.
Hey,
Did you just test it? Is that how you know, or like?
I actually did test it. I did test
it. Well, thank you, Ben. That was that's very nice to
excellent work as always.
Great,
thanks, man.
great shot, Zach.
Okay, switching gears. Ben's favorite of Sully's.
Yes.
Love this.
I love this one.
Another
so
one fig wonder again.
I love this one so much that I printed a 1/12 scale version of it and put it on the wall in the background of one of my shots because I was
cool.
like, he needs something on the wall, and I was like, well, man, that magazine cover would go so great. But same thing here with like Zach. I love that lighting, the fall off, that just and the idea that it's not person of the year, it's figure of the year. Like, it's just brilliant. So just love this one, and I love Jackie. So and I love Sully. So
awesome
I love everything.
So back to Jack. First of all, Sully, your entire magazine series when you were like knocking out magazine, like every shot. I think
Absolutely.
There he is.
He's back and he's outside.
No,
just a 95 taking the dog for a walk.
Oh, perfect. Well, we're just talking about Ben's favorite shot of Sully's, and you interrupted Jay. So, Jay,
you know what? Since Marky's talking, let's give him the floor because we don't know how long he's going to be. So, Marky, what do you think about this shot?
Well, I'll say I rejoined while Zach was talking about his safe shot.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I love that shot.
Well, thank you, and thank you again for the safe, buddy.
Yeah, this Time magazine shot is perfect, Sully.
Thank you.
It is.
Yeah, and I think it perfectly captures Sully's relationship with Jackie there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sully, are you proclaiming Jackie Vaporoni figure of the year for this year?
2 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
No, I just got him this year, though. Didn't I?
No.
Because I thought he was when we did our year-end episode. I thought he was your figure of the year.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess I can't have him again for this figure of the year.
Yes,
you sure can. You already proclaimed him figure of the year, unless this is a back issue.
It says 2024 up there in the corner.
Yeah, but was it January? Still
June 5th.
As of then, as the release date of that magazine, he was figure of the year.
Awesome. Hey, Marky, show us the dog. Show us Gary.
How do I do it?
Here it comes.
Oh, no,
not
that's
that.
Maybe just flip your
pushing
phone.
buttons.
Oh dear God.
Maybe just turn the phone.
That worked.
Let's say he's actually touching the camera screen.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Gary.
There's Gary.
Hey, boy. Oh yeah.
Whoa, look at this first-person camera.
Look at that prance. That dog knows how to prance.
This is like dog walking.
That's a happy puppy.
He's a happy boy. Not too
this
hot
better
out there
make it
for
into
him.
the trailer.
What's that?
This better make it into the trailer.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're not making a trailer for this. Are you crazy?
It'll take too long. Back to that shot. So, as you guys know, I did buy Jackie and Vapor this year. I shot fantastic figures, really cool. But
and then you abandoned them.
Zach, this really leads into you. The thing is, like with the figures, I need an IP. I need a story behind why I need to like be obsessed. I mean, that is, like I really love the G.I. Joe stuff right now, but there's an IP which I can like dive into. Oh, I can learn about Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow and like Roadblock and
a lot to draw on
stuff.
Yeah.
But with Jackie, with Vapor, I need more, man. I need an animated
It's called imagination, Jay.
Comic book.
Open your mind.
He can be whoever you want him to be. I've seen him Spider-Man. I've seen him be anybody. He was a turtle. I had the one of the turtles holding its own head, and then Jackie's head was on it.
Ben did too.
Yeah, he was the White Power Ranger in mine. I had Vapor be Mezco Donnie, and Jackie was Spider-Man.
Oh, Jackie was
I've had him be
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man and the White Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Question: have you looked into commissioning a Superman suit for the Jackie body?
We can't quite understand what
We can't hear you.
Did you get a Superman suit for the Jackie body?
Did I get Superman? No.
You should.
How did you
I
understand
put
that,
Jackie's
Ben?
head on Superman's body
Me and
before, but
Marky
I don't have.
connect on a different level.
You're a lip reader, aren't
Ben
you?
and I spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
I've
you
heard
guys are
about
in
that. You guys,
Chicago,
the Zoom calls when you're staring at each other.
We just didn't.
Can
we
you
just
give us a
stared at each other,
preview of
didn't
what
say
that
word.
looks like?
It's a lot like this.
Oh dear God.
And it went on for days.
You guys look like pre and post lockdown. Like if you were to like look at...
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, how are you sporting that beard in Texas? In the Texas heat?
Yeah.
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 I mean, it looks fantastic, but I don't know how you're not
Just do the little doggy waggle, and I'm sure everyone would get some of that sweat.
He's trying to walk his dog.
Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, what do we have up next? Sorry, I'm not on this. Jay, we got that. Oh, Ben's favorite of Simon's. Here we go.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is a good one.
Oh
yeah,
love that.
Heck yeah.
Such a cool. I just love the number one. I spent way too much time playing Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation, like the original PlayStation. I was terrible at that game, but God, I loved it, and especially in the boxes. I loved being inside the boxes, sneaking around, trying to be sneaky, and I was never sneaky. But this is a cool figure. I love that you've got the box and the idea, just the fun, creative idea of him riding a box down the sand dune. Like it was just brilliant. It's not only with the signature Simon style of the warm tones, but it was just, I love the creativity, and it's a cool figure, and it kind of makes me wish I had bought a Solid Snake, but I didn't.
He's good, man. Jay,
overall,
that motion blur there? A little bit of motion blur.
You know what? As Ben was talking, I'm like, oh, just wait till I get him for the motion blur.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it. I was thinking it.
I'm way ahead of you. In fact, I think I showed y'all this, and I was like, I'm gonna have to hear it because I've been giving him hell.
Fantastic shot, Simon.
Yeah,
thank you. This it's funny is in the Phantom Pain that the box is like crazy. I don't know if you ever played it, but it is crazy versatile in that game. So you use it like in the game, you can put like a standing soldier on the bottom and he'll lift it up, and people are like, oh, can't tell who you are, or he'll ride it down a dune or whatever. So so you can do that in the game, but I just thought it would be kind of funny to like pack it full of all the weapons and crap as he's going. Like it's just stacked full like Santa's sleigh. But yeah, I knew a lot of people are going to do walking in the desert shots with this one, which I have one. I just never posted it because I like RDJ Doom shots. I knew it was going to be a lot. And so
Did you just call him RDJ?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, we're best friends. Yeah.
Cool.
I just call him Bobby.
Bobby?
David, Bobby. But yeah, thank you. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. So,
and that box comes with the fig, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool. Wow.
Okay, I wondered if it did because I looked and I didn't see the box when I'm just not very observant. So I wondered if you made it, but I did not. I did play Phantom Pain, but I never made it very far again because I'm not very good at it. So I never got to play with. I didn't know the box was such a big part of that game. So it's still a great idea for a shot, but I didn't know you ripped it off a video game. So I take my
sorry. Yeah. I ripped the property.
And that's it for that one.
We need a peekaboo collab with us six.
Need a what collab?
A peekaboo collab.
Peekaboo collab?
Yeah.
No, because you're gonna organize it and then you're gonna back out and then we're gonna.
No, he's already got a shot. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's already shot it.
Do you already have a shot?
No.
Okay.
He's gonna
Ben's
a whole different people, and the collab's just.
Oh yeah, Jay, tell us really quickly about what happened there with you were organizing a collaboration with Marky and Batman and Turtles.
Oh, I didn't hear what he said, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't hear me.
He was giving you a little grief about the Batman Turtles collab because apparently you and him were organizing one, and then all of a sudden you're posting one without any mention of him. And look at that.
Whoa,
Walk of shame. What do you have to say for yourself, Jay?
Let's do a Batman and Turtles collab.
Too late. It's too late.
Hey, at least he talked to you about one. He just woke me up in the morning and was like, "Hey, can you put this in a collage for me, please?"
I did. This is like 2 days ago.
I was like, "What even is this? Thanks for the invite, man." Sure.
I'm just gonna shake my head for a while. Marky, we're having a little bit of trouble hearing you. So when you're
talk too much. So you
probably
so far okay, you and Zach, you've been able to, or you and Ben, you've been able to figure it out.
I became a lip reader real quick, but I think I figured it out. When anybody else is talking, we can't hear you. So we're gonna be silent while you say something.
Hey guys.
Hey buddy.
That's it.
Okay, Marky, are you going to be on for a while? Because I want to share all our favorite shots of yours.
I'm like a half mile into this like 1 mile walk. So yeah.
Go.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Marky. hang on. No, first we're gonna close out Ben. Ben's favorite shot of Ben's.
Oh yay, with me.
Yay, Ben.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
I'm actually kind of surprised it's your favorite. Tell us why.
I like it just because it's really, really simple. It's like 2 lights and I mean the basketball hoop, and I don't know, I like the idea.
You do have an affinity for simple.
Yeah, and because I'm very simple minded.
He's friends with us. Yeah, he's friends.
If you don't believe me, just ask my wife. This one, to me, and the story behind this one was, it was like Raph's the only one that would be like, I could take him. Like he just knows he's gonna beat Michael Jordan. He's the one guy that's like, yeah, I can do it, because Raph, the pride comes before the fall with him.
Who actually won this one-on-one battle?
You know who won this one-on-one
Michael
battle.
Jordan, of course.
The GOAT. Yeah. So and again, I want to say thank you to Nostalgia Unboxed for picking up that hoop for me. And then I was supposed to pick it up from him in person and kept messing it up. So he just sent it to me, which was really nice. So
what a guy.
But yeah, I like I don't have a basketball background, so it's a black background with some lights above it. And, it just, I don't know. And this was another one, I guess you throw Michael Jordan in a shot, people love it because it got a lot of attention as well. So,
really?
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, yes.
Curious why you didn't use maybe the movie Turtles. You would think the height would be, they'd have a little more height to battle MJ's fadeaway that he's about to pull off here.
But this seems more realistic, like height-wise,
Yeah, I like the Mezco so much better. I do love the movie Turtles, but I just like the mobility of the movie, or the Mezco Turtles. I just felt like I could get him in a better defensive stance, a more convincing defensive stance than I could the movie Turtles. So. Yeah. And the expression, like shot, he's pissed, like because he knows he's gonna get smoked. So
yeah.
So I love it. Who's this guy in the jersey? Who's that?
He's a sports ball person.
Oh, sports ball.
Yes.
Oh. Sports ball.
Jordy Michaels.
Love that. All right, we're gonna take a little side trip down Marky Lane. Talk about our favorite
street in all of America.
Avoid the tunnels.
And we've already actually talked about this shot, so I'm going to share mine first. My favorite shot of Marky's this year is, of course, the safe.
There it is.
I mean, it's too good. It's everything about it. We all know. I don't even have to say, but just the scene itself, the setup is insane all the way back through the window in there. I mean,
Marky is the king of a lot of figure in the photos. God. Like he does it well. He's the one.
It's all supernatural, not supernatural, super natural. within every part of this, there's little stories being told about how they're reacting to the safe being dropped on this poor bastard's head. Yeah. I mean, it's glorious. I especially love Joel with the,
yes,
it's so good.
How many figures can you guys point out that like you for sure know who they are? So the top right
5.
corner, I'm confident
4, 5,
in.
6,
Top right
7,
corner,
8,
4,
9, 10.
I think there's 5 for me.
11. No, there's got to be more. I've got at least 12.
Is that Doc?
I've got like Doc Brown and Jurassic Park, and
I got 11.
Come on, buddy.
Got all sorts of alien characters in there.
I got
Jurassic Park, yeah, definitely. Terminator.
Well, there's 2 Aprils in there. I didn't know that.
2 Aprils.
2 Ellies,
2 Aprils. Yep, that was a slick move. I even see the Dawn of the Dead zombie way in the background in the flannel shirt behind that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle kid. What's his name?
Danny.
Danny. Poor Danny.
It's just Dan.
It's Dan.
Yeah, it's Dan. In another Marky shot, Marky killed Dan.
Yes.
What a punk ass.
But he's alive again.
Not Marky, the kid.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
I just figured out I haven't had any of this running through my AirPods that I have in my ears. So I've just been walking around with this blasting.
Well, to any of your neighbors that have been hearing us, you're welcome.
It might also explain the microphone issues too.
Oh, maybe so. I can hear you better.
Yes.
All right, Marky, real quick, tell us about this.
Thank you for all the kind words. I think this is my best performing shot ever.
For good reason.
What inspired this one, Marky?
Collabing with Zach. You got to bring it. The angle. So I think really the angle was born out of shooting this on the floor, which I never do, but I knew it was going to be a decent size setup. And originally the angle was going to be much more severe to show, that the safe had fallen from, a great height or whatever. I kind of scrapped that idea. And it definitely evolved as I was setting it all up.
It sells as is. I mean, the splat alone.
Yeah, really.
And to me, your lead detective there, the angle at which he's looking up sells the height rather than the angle of the shot. Like he's looking pretty high up there, so that he sells it.
Thanks. And and that's kind of what I went with instead of a higher angle. He's holding a little book.
Mm-hmm.
That this may not be that interesting now that I've started it, but I don't. Have y'all seen ads for those anxiety bookshelves where it's like a glassed-in little miniature bookshelf with a bunch of books on it, and you can shake it and they'll fall off? And then,
oh yeah.
No.
Well, don't buy those. Or you better trust the website that you do. Yeah, I got ripped off. Just a horribly laser cut. It didn't look anything like the product. And it came with a bunch of these little tiny books that would not work at 1/12. They don't even work on the shelf. They don't have any spines on them. So this is the one use I've gotten out of that.
Hey, it was worth it.
It works. Yeah, there you go.
And especially how the light is catching it, and so you can see his thumb on it. It actually really works.
Yep. And maybe Simon can answer this. I used Hammerhead, and I just used him because he's a suit body. That's the only reason I even bought him. Is he known for having a hard head? I kind of gathered that from some comments that I got.
Yeah. Hammerhead? Yeah. That's his whole thing.
Kind of.
I thought that was like the irony.
Very ironic. Now the hard-headed guy gets the
gets
the splat.
Totally unintentional, but.
Hey, those are the best kind of jokes when somebody's like, "Oh man, what a," and you're like, "Yes, I totally meant to do that. You're right.
I'm a genius."
That's exactly what happened in the comments. Yeah.
Okay, Simon's favorite shot of yours, Marky.
Oh man, there's one.
This year's, by the way, this just from this year.
Yeah, no, ever.
Yeah, this is insane. Marky, you just bring it every time, dude. Oh, love it.
What I love about Marky's setups too is like when you get the BTS of what he's actually put together, it's insane that you get this amount of detail and world building out of like some. Those look like the little bird stands that you can get at the pet store, maybe if you didn't cut the wood yourself, and like some moss and what you did for the water, like all that does so much. And then your lighting is always top notch. Of course, it's orange as you walk through a warm light.
I wasn't going to say it.
Of
course you like this one.
Yeah. And then the atmosphere and the light rays, it's just a whole lot. And then someone copied you.
There you go.
On this shot.
Somebody copied you? What do you mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Are we going to name this person? Are we going to do
That's what they say. I honestly don't remember.
I have no idea.
No,
the guys brought it up. They're always defending my honor.
He's French Canadian.
It doesn't narrow down for me.
You know that,
but intentional, unintentional, we may never know. But this shot is glorious, and you add all that stuff that Simon was saying, plus the action on top of it. And I know you probably had them fall down at least 6 or 7 times, like I always hear about your figures falling down. And
Donnie was particularly misbehaving on this one.
Yeah.
Come on, Gary.
Well,
I think my favorite part about every Marky shot is the fact that he shoots him from his neighbor's house across the street, so far away.
So. Right where you're standing right now, is this pretty close to where you shoot?
Yeah, half mile in.
Yeah, through the window.
So we spoke on this a little earlier. Marky, what kind of lens do you use?
So the vast majority of my shots, I use like a 60 millimeter. It's a macro, so I can get real close if I want to, or I can just use it as a normal lens. I can't remember if this was one of the ones that was super far away. It might have been because I was trying to make as much use out of a minimal amount of background. And so I'm sweating real good right now.
I bet.
I think this was on a 300 millimeter lens. And so, yeah, I was pretty far away because I think the minimum focus distance on it's like almost 3 meters or something.
So insane.
So, yeah, and the branches back there, Simon, those are just tree branches I cut on the miter saw and glued them to a piece of plywood. And the water.
What about the water?
It's blue cellophane.
Really? Is that it?
Okay. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Where do you get blue cellophane?
I don't know. My wife.
Internet.
You marry an art teacher, and you get a bunch of art supplies.
That's the best thing about being an art student or former art student is how much there's stuff that I still haven't bought because I just go dig around and I'm like, here's this thing that I could use.
Yep. Yeah, it's always good to have a pile of junk around.
People are always like, you should get rid of that. I'm like, no, I'll need to use it in 30 years.
Yeah. It's like the piece of wood that Dad saved, It's like one of these days.
As soon as you get rid of it, you need it the next day.
Happens to me exactly.
Every time.
Don't get rid of it.
Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
I have to admit, this one was a contender for my favorite of the year from you as well. But this is Jay's favorite of yours from this year. Jay, take it away.
I can't. It's got that weird thingy that people like to say where it's like there's so much like in the forwardness and the middle of this and in the backness, like from one side of the photo to the other. You can convince me this isn't like a movie shot. That Han definitely looks familiar. I might have given that one to somebody.
Me. You gave it to me.
Oh,
well, you gave it to Jay. I mean, you gave it to Zach. Zach and I exchanged our Han Solos when we were in Chicago because he sent us each the wrong one.
That's
after all that time.
That's the new vow. It's just you don't exchange vows, you exchange solos.
Yeah, Zach missed it. Good. We're just talking about us switching our Hans.
We finally got that. So this is the young Han right here, right? And there's that jacket that I was wondering about.
This is the indoor Han.
Indoor Han. Indoor Han. Okay.
Indoor.
Okay.
No, he's outdoor.
Indoor Han.
This is the Force Moon of indoor Han.
This jacket wasn't on him. This big coat.
Yeah, he comes with a trench.
No, I'm saying for Zach.
No, it was. But I was when I got the figure from him, I was like, "The hell is this coat doing on him? Like, why does he have this coat? It's kind of a janky coat.
It's terrible.
Yeah, but you made it look good.
Definitely.
So bravo.
If we trade it, I gave him that. He's got that bike. That's for me. In fact, here's the netting for the other side, Marky. I've got it right here. I've been meaning to mail that to you.
So I was going to say, this is actually mine, although I did take this after Simon and I did a trade, and he did give me, so I do have an extra bike, but just as proof, this is mine because it does have the piece that you're holding up.
I wondered. I thought there were two. I didn't realize that. Whatever.
So my plan on the one that you gave me is to paint it chrome and maybe use it with some cosmic legions.
Ooh, that would be like that.
I'll say a quick. I think this was a really quick shot. I have been dying to get some sort of like low millimeter. I don't know the right camera terms. Like a 24 millimeter wide, like macro lens.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been trying to do a few shots faking it with a just the kit lens that comes with the camera, but it's not macro, so there's a limit to how close you can actually get up. But this was one where I tried to set the lens to like 30 millimeter or whatever and get as close as I could and keep things in focus. So
it really worked. It's perfect. It's just perfect.
And Jay, just to contribute, sorry, Zach, before I forget, I want to say,
please,
to contribute to that depth feeling that you're talking about. The cool thing is that the figures in the back, I believe, are like Power of the Force and like the 3.75. So
they're a mix, yeah.
Yeah, so he's messing with the scale.
Yeah, this.
Wait! Stop! You lost me. What do you mean?
1/18. The stuff in the background is 1/18 scale.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the back of the bike that Han is riding is literally touching the front of that skiff.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, they're that close.
That's amazing, dude.
As I was looking at it, I'd never noticed it before, but I was like, oh, the articulation on the front guy, that's definitely Power of the Force. And they're all
really great force perspection right there.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a mix of the old figures and the vintage collection. I just have all I have are Java goons.
Brilliant.
Crazy awesome, Marky. Nicely done.
If I was wearing a hat, I would take it off to you.
Take your hat off, Sully.
Thank you, Sully.
All right, Marky, you ready for some more love? Here's Ben's favorite of yours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at that.
So this was a collab with Jay.
Oh.
It was. It was. Yeah. The funny story about that one is I think my photo went a little semi-viral. Well, for us toy photographers, right?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And Marky was like tagged on it. And he's like, oh my freaking God. Jay, do you mind if you untag me from your photo? I keep getting likes every freaking 5 minutes.
It started off kind of demoralizing, and then it just was like kind of intrusive with all the comments. I got to distance myself from this. But yeah, no, Jay's shot was awesome and rightfully went wide.
What was your shot, Jay?
This is just the 4 turtles, I think.
It was when I got these guys, right, Jay? It was just Secret of the Ooze Turtles Club.
And this was last year. I don't think this is a 2024 photo. Whoever picked this.
Ben, I didn't catch this one.
I have no idea.
Look at that! Look at the
kill. I can't be everywhere all at once. You gotta.
Could be wrong. I could be wrong.
All the other ones you sent back when you said that you were like, these are wrong and you're stupid. That was what you said.
I was sick of dealing with your BS by that point.
Well, if this was last year, I apologize. I was in the middle of bath.
He's saying that you haven't done anything better this year.
I was probably right.
I was doing it between bathing the children, so I was trying to do it quickly, and because I knew I'd forget.
You put no effort into it.
No, I just like throwing darts at the wall.
Brought the profile up and just.
Oh look,
this one. Marky, this rain was captured in camera?
Real time. Yep.
Dude. What kind of?
Did you just use like a spray bottle or?
I love the tactical range.
That can't be a spray bottle.
Yeah, it was.
How do you do that, Marky?
Spray bottle, Mister.
Straight up on it.
Yep.
Did you have like a longer exposure?
Down.
No, you have to get really
fast.
short
shorter
exposure.
Really fast exposure.
That's the hard part. It's
and a ton of light, right?
A ton of light, and because you're using such a fast shutter, it'd probably be easier to do outdoors. But I've never been able to shoot outdoors really well. So, I think I had to get like a minimum of 1/1000th of the shutter.
Oh wow!
Which is hard to do indoors.
Yeah.
So the ISO goes up, which if you're doing a dark shot or a night shot, you really don't want a whole lot of that.
Right.
So it's a ton of light.
ISO goes up to like 2400 probably, right? Like you're cranking it.
This is why I include the behind the scenes things, because I have a terrible memory.
I mean,
so
I
go back and reference them. So I don't remember exactly.
The clarity of those droplets is insane.
Yeah,
it's pick that up like that.
You didn't use the weed killer thing, like one of the little tiny
No, this is like from the dollar store, travel water bottle.
Wow.
It is if I remember right, it's a composite of 2 shots just to get different size. Or I think that Mister only gives you good coverage, like across half the frame. So I kind of had to do it in 2 parts and put them together.
So, question,
also, before you go, Jay, I just want to vindicate myself. I just pulled it up February 9th. So that is early this year.
There you go.
See,
it's been a long year.
My favorite Mister is Mister. My favorite Mister is
Mister.
You got me.
Question. Short exposure. Why shutter or slow shutter capture this, especially if it's like constantly coming down? I thought that's what that stuff is for. I don't know.
If it was a long open shutter,
they would blend more. You wouldn't
never be able to
look more like
it.
fog.
You need it.
This would probably all disappear with a really long
catch it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need it like you're photographing sports. Like.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So Jay, time to experiment.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll play with that.
That's kind of what like when Casey and I talked to you about like motion blur things too, is like if you are on a fast shutter speed and you saw Spider-Man coming in for a kick, like it would seem like a still moment in time. There would be no motion. And so that's
right.
Nice.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Sully's favorite of Marky's. And if it's getting the Sully stamp of approval, it's a winner.
Yeah.
Everything about this is awesome.
I know, it's such a fun shot. And how about you tell us about it?
Yeah.
Hey.
You.
This I mean, all my shots are just collab shots, right? I don't have any
it seems that way, yeah.
So this was I think this was Turtles doing regular jobs, is that right, Jay?
I think so, yeah. I think this was 9 to 5.
Yeah. And so
anytime I see Donnie in Oscar's mask and like with the blowtorch, it always gets me. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just pulled everything that I thought was construction adjacent and threw it in there.
Yeah, I'm really wondering about those cranes.
Yeah, so those are from like a Hobby Lobby crane kit set, I believe.
Oh, cool. Some assembly required, or do they come like that?
They come like that.
Okay.
Now the crane itself is assembly required, so you just don't assemble it. But,
man, that Nike belt is coming off any second.
What's that?
He said the Mikey belt is coming off any second.
Oh, probably.
And it's easy to do because mine is over there on the table, and I guarantee you, without me touching it, his belt just fell off.
You gotta cinch that thing up, man. You gotta.
His belt's always off. I always say his pants are falling down because every time I move him, they drop down around his ankles. I'm like, Mikey, come on, man, get it together.
You know what? NECA has to give us credit because they have that. It kind of looks like a construction Don from Mirage that's coming out, and he's like holding screwdrivers and all kinds of things. Like, So maybe they
Amy
credit
Van
them
Dillon.
for
I
that
haven't
one.
seen that.
We'll have to look at the credits on the box. See if our names are listed.
What are we again? The Shell Shot Collective?
Something like that. Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I don't remember.
Wait, what's going on?
So Zach, I pitched him that idea where you said, "Hey, maybe you should just be a group instead of
I'll
doing
do the
collabs,
logo.
and just do a logo."
Oh, you like my idea?
Yeah.
See, Jay's the idea man, so I was surprised that he went for this.
It's a great idea.
Well,
He
he
turned
pitched
it
as
around.
his idea.
Yeah, he
didn't-
turned it around like
he
it was
didn't
his.
credit you. So
Well, let it be known.
yeah, this is new information for me. I'm learning something here.
You know,
That's all right. I don't require.
maybe I'm
credit.
just an idea thief.
I'll say
Oh, maybe
one other
so.
thing about this because I just got home and my wife's in the room. She bought me these little cinder blocks and bricks and pallet. She likes getting me 1/12 scale accessories.
Oh,
Yes.
Did she
And,
hear us, or are we just doing earbuds?
she can't hear you. Yeah.
Well,
earbuds.
say hi to her for us.
Everybody says hi.
Hello.
They just said continue with the 1/12 scale accessory presents.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
buying Marky stuff.
She's a keeper.
But yeah,
And that porta
thank
potty.
you. Yeah, it's from that Playmates Mutant
Playmates
Mayhem set. Yeah,
I
I've used
almost had
it
that.
in the safe vault, the vault that comes with it. I've used that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a great porta potty. The whole thing, man, it's so
Crazy
great.
scene.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Excellent work, Marky. And now we didn't
Thank you.
have
Very nice.
we didn't include you on this. We surprised you with our favorite shots of yours. But if you had to think off the top of your head, what's your favorite shot of yours from this year? Do you have one?
And make sure it's from this year because Zach will bring the hammer down if you pick a shot from last year.
We have rules here.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're living in a society.
Thank you, Costanza.
Nobody care about the rules. Sunday
Marky's
Shabbos.
gone. You've upset
Marky
him. Oh,
blacked
no,
out.
he's looking. He's at Instagram. He's
I am.
on Instagram.
He's like, I don't know what I've taken
He
this.
switched apps, so it turned his camera off.
Yeah, like I
Why are
said,
you looking, Zach?
Oh, yeah.
Did we get everything? Did we get everyone? Every
no, I
photo?
still have to do your guys's, but we'll make it quick because we're almost
2 hours,
at the 2 hour mark.
2 hours.
That's not bad.
I'll just really
viewers.
quickly throw out there that Death Dealer shot I did. I've only gotten one shot with him so far, but I'll get plenty more. And it's not so much about the shot; it's more about just Simon really did me a major solid on that one,
Huge.
and also was a good excuse just to hang out and get together too. But
You know what? Actually, I have an idea.
The power of friendship.
Power of friendship.
You know what? I have an idea for a collab.
Fist bumps all around.
What?
Come on. Fist bumps all around.
You know what?
Yeah.
So this is the idea for the collab between us six. It's going to be a pass the baton collab. So whatever I'm doing in the photo, there needs to be a hand passing off to the next person.
Is it like the makeup drop thick video that
Yeah.
a while ago?
So when they list it, so when they do the next one, there's the receiving hand taking whatever, a piece of pizza, a screwdriver, something, and that is the idea.
Okay, can it wait a few months?
I love this idea.
Sure.
Can we kind of like put it on the back burner?
Why?
Because
can we just
Zach's not available. Zach's not available until the middle of September at least.
Yeah, for like a 3-month span.
Isn't Sully booked for like the whole month of September?
Yeah,
that's true.
Are you booked for one of those days too?
Me,
With
yeah.
Sully?
I haven't forgotten.
Super September.
I just haven't done anything.
Super September.
Yeah, I have it on my calendar, but.
Oh, and Ben, are you in it?
Maybe.
What? You have Superman figures?
Yeah, I don't tell you everything, Jay.
I could feel Jay's feelings getting hurt right there.
No, I'm good. I
asked Jay. And he said no.
Like, I bet you ain't know I got this turtle.
What?
Hey.
That is a lot of toes.
Is that a Turtles in Time?
Loud in my toe. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. See,
With the gold
I don't tell you
chain?
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's just He just happens to be on the desk, and I forget where that chain goes, so it's on his neck somewhere.
Okay, fellas. Oh wait, let me talk amongst yourselves. I gotta pull up the other ones. Hang on.
Coffee talk.
By the way, I really love my collab idea.
I also like that collab idea.
Zach hates it.
It is a good idea, but first of all, there's a 50-50 chance that you'll actually do it.
No, I'll do it.
Wow.
50-50. 50.
You're giving them 50%? I say 60.
49-51. 60-40.
Oh, and you know what's fun about it? The person that starts the collab. So it's like so let's say I do the collab, right? And Michelangelo, I'm passing a piece of pizza to the frame. So now Simon has to start with a piece of pizza.
Yeah. That's a good point. So this will take a while because you have to start it, and it's not like everybody can shoot at the same time. It's like you pass it off.
Yes,
whoever's
that's
next.
a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, let's work on it, and then by the time it actually gets done, we'll be good to go.
All right, I'll kick it off.
Months.
I'll pass the baton to Simon because I know Simon is excited for it. So I'll pass the baton to Simon.
Okay. No rush though, by the way.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start with my favorite shot of Simon's. Simon, I told you your Doc Knock was in contention for my favorite, but I went with this one just because it's so bad ass.
Again with that awesome rim lighting.
Yeah.
It is missing some smoke, Simon. I got to say.
Doesn't even need it.
I didn't want to repeat. I took this at the same time I took the other one.
I figured so. Those three actually it started with the one with the ray gun, and the doctor's mask, the plague doctor mask.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, this has got to be it. And then I pulled this one up. I was like, nope, this is it. And then I pulled the other one up, and I was like, nope, that's it. So those three Doc Knock ones, I think, are your best this year. They're just phenomenal.
Really good stuff, man.
Well, thank you.
And not just because I love the figure. They're like, I can feel the extra love on these ones. Like you were going, yeah, this guy's
Is
awesome.
This my still stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. So Simon, fantastic work, my friend.
Thank you.
As always, love your stuff, and really just like those three, interchangeable.
It only took me like 2 years to take a good shot of that figure. So
you're crazy,
Sully. This is my favorite of yours this year. This is just.
I had fun with that one. That was actually fun to do.
I know you did, and I can tell also just from how great it is. It just always brings a smile to my face.
Yeah.
Sully, the obvious question: what about this photo is not practical? Because everything freaking looks practical here.
I'll tell you what is not practical: the fire, and that's it.
Just the fire.
Yep.
Just the fire.
Yeah.
Where's that banjo from?
That banjo
I
is
tell you that too. Muppets.
Kermit.
Well, it's from Jim Henson.
Any Sully questions you have, you can just direct them to me.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's the Palisades one. That's why it's bigger, right?
Yeah, that's the Jim Henson
Okay.
banjo. And I printed out those. I printed the jugs and painted.
Oh, cool.
Printed those out and painted them, and I made a small one for the little squirt guy.
Yeah.
All jugs are different sizes. And then I finally got when I got the Slugfest from Ben, I'm like, here's a freaking jug. Now I got 4 of them.
So that's a nice pair of jugs.
Thank you.
And these barrels behind them, are those insightful?
Nope, I printed those out.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay.
That car is me. The barrels are me. The jugs are me.
It's all Sully.
The trees that he's like, the bark that he's sitting on, the tree that's standing up, but the tree in the exact center, I think, is like PetSmart fish tank.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the sand that they're sitting on, is that actually kinetic sand?
That's kinetic sand. Yep.
You didn't make the sand.
Stuff. I did not make the I did make the spoons that because we have Gomez is playing the spoons that you can't really see, but I did print out those little freaking spoons. It's so small.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I still can't really see the spoons, but I can see the screwdriver.
Yep,
I just love it. It's so good. It makes me so happy.
I do notice, Sully, that
Say again.
I said I do notice that Logan's shirt is missing.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because I took it off and put it on. I put it on Vapor. I wanted Vapor to wear the wife beater.
Oh, awesome!
Vapor got a little chilly. Logan's really nice.
So freaking fantastic, dude. I love it. All right, next up we have Benjamin. Now,
there we go.
Is
Look at that.
The perfect crooked Ninja Turtle shot. Am I right? I mean, Vapor is a crooked Ninja Turtle right here. A photo by a crooked Ninja Turtle, and also just a fantastic photo. And Sully, the one with you, with Jackie as Donatello, that almost made my favorite shot of yours too. I love these swaps. I think they look so good. And Ben,
swapping heads is so much fun.
Yeah,
especially with like Mezco, because their heads, everything seems to fit. Like, and they look good.
Yep. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Mitch Vonnie Rotten did that Vapor and Gomez head swap where he was for our collab way back in the day, and it was like Vapor was he was putting Gomez's head on, and he was kind of like gonna infiltrate the collaboration. Do you remember this? Does anybody remember this?
Oh yeah, I remember. I love that shot.
Yeah, I love that shot. And anytime I see something like this, it always reminds me of that. So fun.
It's you guys.
It did bring its own drama, but that was also kind of fun too.
These every shot I see of Vapor, like I feel like everyone does it better than I do, and they all made me want to get those figures again. I had Vapor at one point, and I got rid of him because I don't know, couldn't get behind it, and then I kept seeing these shots, and so I got him again. I had a friend who just gave me him, which is crazy.
Oh, wow.
What are you talking about? Who's this friend?
What's his name?
And then I bought Vaporoni from D Amazing, and so he gave
name
me
drop.
Terrific. Yeah, my good personal friend.
Close personal friend.
Yeah, close personal friend. So anyway, I have them both, and they both sit on my shelf, which is great. They still do nothing because everyone takes.
Well, do something with them. We can't wait to do something creative with them. Put them in a scene with Doc Knock.
Ben, quick thing. I noticed Donnie's headband, perfect little attention to detail. And whatever this dial is, you've used this dial a couple times, like with the movie Turtles, to build like that, to give that like farmhouse. I really freaking love this dial. I don't want to ask you where you got it because your stuff is always.
I'm going to show you this thing. It's right.
I was just kind of assuming you built it.
No, I bought it from Etsy. I'm going to show you this thing, and you're going to be shocked at how small it is.
Oh, man.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The dial.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh,
that thing too.
The dial. Okay.
This is it. This is the whole thing.
Oh wow,
that's nice.
Going through some renovations, huh?
Yeah. Well, I just keep all the stuff in here, but this is the whole thing. Like, so I always like to take the roof off, and but that's it. It just has a cutout for the door and the window. And
it's
that's
just a laser cut box.
Yeah.
You kill it.
It's a laser cut box.
It's perfect,
and it came with like printed flooring and everything, and then I'll like use cardstock for like walls. So it's very
for wallpaper
tiny
and stuff. Oh, cool.
Yeah, just to make it a different looking room.
Yeah,
and
I
just
do a
change
great
up
job
the angles on it. And sometimes I cover up the window so it doesn't look like So it's for as small as it is, it has been very versatile. And thank you for. But yeah, I'm glad you said it because it's not much space to work with, but I've been able to get a lot out of it.
Well,
a lot more than I figured I would.
Goes to show you don't need big dials to create amazing shots.
Yeah, it's not the size that counts.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's how you use it.
Luckily,
how you use it.
The motion of the ocean.
Fantastic job, Ben.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's see. Next up, Jay. Jay, this might be your best shot ever.
Oh, damn. What is that? Is this Wrath?
Oh, yeah, I do like this one.
Yeah.
The
this one looks all right.
No, it's not just all right. It's fantastic.
Hey, Metzko actually liked this one.
Well, it's pretty damn good.
There you
Give
go.
me the damn feature, bastards.
This is good.
It's one that sticks out of my memory. It shows me so much about like how you like, I just love your framing on the Mikey and the Moon and the playfulness of him compared to all the other guys. You captured their personalities so perfectly. All the attention to detail, like the bandanas flying through the air, the white on the eyes that I'm sure you did yourself even, right? Yeah, man. I mean, this is an incredible shot. You know, it's everything I love about the Turtles. You know.
Yeah.
Is that the that Toy Blocks building?
That's the Toy Blocks building and watering can, and I cannot wait. Well, he sends me this new massive building with even more cool stuff. So big
because that's
shout
what
out
you need is more giant buildings in your
Yeah, where are you going to put
it? The thing is, his stuff is modular, so I can tuck it.
Cool. Well, Jay's, I can attest to this. Jay's Dio situation is now overtaking other rooms of the house, and his wife isn't super stoked about it. So we were debating maybe building a shelf for him while I was there. We didn't have time, but he has this giant open wall behind him with absolutely nothing on it. Anybody who's been following the show for a while will know that we always give him crap about that. At least hang some pictures. But really, now I'm just seeing, okay, it's a big open spot for more stuff instead.
Yeah, you got to put shelves on both sides of your room.
Got to use that vertical space, man.
Yeah.
I just built this one.
I didn't mean
Really
for.
nice,
I did. Oh, let's see, Simon.
Oh, it's just I needed a place to put all my Batmobiles, so I built this like corner shelf. And
oh, really? Nice,
really nice.
The one up with the triangular brackets, the braces. Oh, nice, dude.
It's just wood.
Yeah, see, your room is turning into like
wood.
A freezer situation too, where it's just like getting smaller.
It's coming in,
right?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Okay, exactly. I did not mean for mine to be the last one we look at.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I do love this shot.
Oh yeah.
Again,
always crushing with these like the little details on the walls and stuff. Like whenever you do a shot where it's just like a bunch of stuff, and like I love those. It makes it look so lived
one
in.
of my favorite ones is him with like the
pawn shop
shop.
The pawn shop. Yeah, that was insane. It was fun putting it together. Horrible putting it all away.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You leave that one for the next day.
A hotspot on the steel is practical, right?
It is practical, and I
really
had
impressive.
Marky's help on that. I remember sending that to you and being like, "Is it good enough?" And you're like, "Eh." And then I said it to you again. How about now? It's getting there. And then finally, I was able to get it. But yeah, that's all practical, just with different lighting.
Super.
Oh,
impressive.
okay. I thought you painted it. That's cool.
Nope.
So
that's
good.
all. Yeah, that's all just. The only thing that's not practical in this is the fire. There was an actual glowing, fire in there, but I just kind of souped it up with an overlay.
Yeah,
I love the shot.
I love it's so one of my favorite things about this, and someone brought it up when you took it, and I'm like, my brain didn't trigger, is that's just Union Gomez's body, right? With that, but the lighting and everything, and someone who's like a blacksmith or metalsmith or whatever is usually gonna be a little tougher, a little more leathery. So you sold that so well. This is it. All of you, I had this issue, but it was just really difficult to pin down. Like, well, this is my favorite. I know I love this one a lot too. This is like, it was more like, what's beyond just the artistic value of it, which is an amazing shot. It's like, what is my personal connection to this, and why do I like it?
Yeah,
right.
I agree. I agree with that. And it really, like, we could have, I'm sure, chosen any one of any of ours, and it would have been like, it's because I know we all love each other's stuff, and that's why it's so hard when we pick a shot for someone, a guest on the show, it's like, how do you sum up a person with this one shot? Well, you can't, right? So I know we always try to pick something that kind of pulls from, like a good representation of whoever that person is.
I forgot we were on a show.
I know.
People are watching.
Don't worry. Nobody's watching anyways.
Not at this point.
We're past the 2-hour mark. we're done with.
But at least the show was short.
I thought the show was 12 minutes. What?
Yeah.
Well, it's always fun to do something like this, and anybody have anything else to say? Because I mean, we should probably wrap things up, right?
I will say the same. This thing that you mentioned earlier, or that I kind of mentioned earlier, but I will quote myself. So it's like I can tell that I'm getting better, right? Because like I'm getting that creator high. I'm like, oh, I never used to feel this way about a photo of mine. But then, like, I see, it's like, oh, I see this Marky shot. And I'm like, what the fuck? How is this good like this? I'm like, stupid Ben with his stupid perfect beach shot and his stupid smiling turtles and stupid Simon with the stupid warm tones and the perfect posing. And stupid Sully with, like, the best turtle shots ever and the stupid glowing thing. And stupid Zach just never wanting to post any stupid photos because of his stupid massive project. But anyway, what I want to say, it's amazing how you guys keep getting better, still, and I'm still like amazed when you guys post stuff. So.
Well, and I just like Sully and I talked about this early on. Like we both come from the world of like freelance, video and photography, and people don't embrace other video and photographers like this community does. Because it basically it keeps them from getting work. You don't want to tell somebody how you did something. Yeah, because then then they might go to you. They might steal your ideas. This community is so different in the fact that everybody, and Sully said it earlier tonight. If you want to know how he did something, he will flat out tell you. And that's I haven't run into anybody that's not like that because everybody wants everybody to get better. And I just think that's the coolest part of this because I'm not used to that. It's more cutthroat where I cut my teeth and everything. And it's like, I expected when I started doing this, people would be like, good luck, new guy. But that's not what it was at all.
So essentially what you're saying is in photography, they do the RDJ Doom head swap, but they don't tell you how they did it.
They're not going to tell you anything because then you might do it better.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then you don't have that job. So basically all that to say is, I think everybody makes each other better, and that's as somebody else gets better, they're bringing somebody else up with them because we just share that information, and you get inspired by other people's work, and you all do fantastic work. So I get inspired pretty regularly. So
I have bothered each and every one of you for something random or different throughout the course of like me doing it. It can just be Simon, is this good? Zach, Zach, I need comic bubbles now. Marky, how is this? I know it's 11:30, but you're just starting tonight. I need to go to bed. Sully, please make this van.
Put some blood on this.
Yes. Make this van.
Graffiti on this van. Yep.
Dingy.
Oh yeah.
Ben, add the stupid check to Miles sneakers. It's been a complete. So thank you guys.
So what you're saying is you just use everyone. That's what you're.
I diversify the annoyance because if I only go to you once a month, then I can go to you the next month for something.
That's good. That's a good philosophy. I also agree that it's really nice that we all share in the only, if anybody's still watching this, the only people that aren't getting better are people that don't take any advice at all. Like even a smidgen, if they ask a question and you're like, well, what if you tried this? And they're like, yeah, why don't you go F yourself? And you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to like any more of your photos if I do to begin with. But I just, everybody's so open-minded and willing to share, and you're only going to get better if you experiment.
Oh, absolutely. And how many times are you willing to retake a shot in order to get it right? All right, what comes first? Like, are you going to pursue it or just scrap it? Or does it vary?
Are you asking?
I'm asking everyone.
Oh,
don't fall in love with your first draft.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely right.
Mindset to go with.
Yeah,
you set it up. You get that camera in there, and if it's not working, you can just. I mean, even just moving the whole thing, but keeping the essence of the idea is sometimes what's needed. And I think some of the ones I've been most happy with have come out of that.
Yeah, kind of grinding through that,
and it's like, man, where this started was so very basic to where it ended up.
Yeah. That's another good point. Like if you were editing something and you like, you kind of see it a different way, be willing to like just start over and get that good one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Use the other one as a B-side.
Zach speaking from very recent experience.
I showed him the Conan shot earlier.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And what I didn't tell them is that that was my 6th shoot of it, and 5 of the 5 before it. Seriously, 5 before it were of a completely different pose and setup, and I just could not get it right. And Marky saw 2 of the previous ones, and that's what's made me go for the other one, is because I was like, "Is it good? Can it be good?" Or he was like, "I got bad news for you, buddy."
Yeah.
Zach, before we talk into, I mean, I can keep talking. I don't care. What is everyone's figure of the year? Ben, we don't have to ask you.
August, man. Real quickly,
I still like Jackie.
Jackie's great. Real quickly on what you were saying about like switching poses and stuff like that and switching things around. It's funny how like a lot of times, and I think Jay's like this too, where you'll like set it up and you'll take the shot. You may take several shots and like different angles and stuff, and then you go to edit and you're like, I'm not going to go back and take that shot again, but I will practice what I've learned on this one and maybe try.
Yeah,
definitely don't want to force it, but dude, high contender for me, figure of the year, Earthworm Jim, man. That's a good.
Man, I have seen some people do some good shots with Earthworm Jim.
Yeah,
he's a simple ass figure, but
where did you get him from? Where did you order from?
AliExpress.
Yeah, man, I got him from China.
And he got that like head pack too with it.
The head pack, yeah.
I'm still waiting on Big Bad. So
buy from Ally, man. It's cheaper.
I think they said
pre-ordered.
Yeah, the company just said they're shipping out now. I think they just made a post. The premium.
Are you
DNA.
getting it, Marky?
I'm not, but I follow them because I'm getting their Mars Attacks ones.
Oh yeah, those look great.
Is it Mars Attacks?
I will say though,
yes,
I love that Earthworm Jim figure, but I'm not going any deeper because I don't want to fall into that rabbit hole. Because they're doing.
You didn't at least get a villain. You didn't get Psycho.
No, I figured he's enough of a goofy character that he can kind of go with anybody. But I was like, no, I'm not jumping in and getting all the
check this out.
Characters.
This is the original Psycho.
I had that one. Yeah, I had that.
I had Earthworm Jim too, but I don't know what happened to it. This is one of my oldest surviving toys from childhood, so I could not wait to get the new one.
I agree with you, Ben. Like I was like, Earthworm Jim is good on his own. I don't know these other characters. Well, I mean, for me, I was like, I played the game. I think I died in the first level like constantly. So
it was a hard game.
Yeah. So I actually watched like a YouTube retrospective to know anything more about the character other than he was an earthworm in a robot suit.
Yeah.
Like it was like, this is all I need to know. But yeah, it's definitely not worth sinking into the rest of it, I don't think.
Yeah. Agree to disagree. I don't know what my favorite is.
What's
going on?
Can I jump in?
There's a woman here. We have to go to bed now.
Hi, Hilda.
It's really weird. And that's Marky. He's got the cute kid chock. And you know these.
My kids are hitting.
Hey.
This guy over here looks just like you a little bit.
Ooh, Marky?
Yeah. Same glasses, bigger beard though.
Cute kid. Cute
manlier beard.
I mean, I've shown you the kid.
Yes.
Hey, Hilda made just about
the
the best tacos we'd ever eaten in our life, right, Sully?
Oh yeah.
Holy
Some
cow.
good stuff.
Jay, you are a lucky man for many reasons, but a big reason is she's a phenomenal cook.
Yes.
I dreamt about those tacos. So good. So good.
Come by again. I'll make some.
Come by.
It's a promise.
Come back.
Maybe next time you'll drive.
I will drive next time. I swear. It took me 6 hours. I know, Jay. I got home at midnight. You dropped me off at 6, right? I got home at midnight. I'm like 2 more hours, and I could have just driven this and not had to deal with the airport.
Yeah. I drove all the way from Florida.
Well, yeah, but you made a trip out of it, so it made sense.
And boy, are your arms tight. Wait.
I don't know what my favorite figure of the year is. It's got to be, I think, Mezco Turtles. Even though my Mikey broke,
definitely.
They are pretty awesome.
It has to be, man. Those took everyone like by storm. Like every, they were just like all over the. But you know what though? These GI Joe figs, man. The Joe figs. I'm pushing hard. I'm pushing Marky, and he's fighting me because I tagged him in a Snake Eye. It was a solo Snake Eyes, no Tim.
I saw it.
Numbers better. It was like $70, $60, something.
Yeah.
I just want him to get one, and once he gets one,
that's why he doesn't want to get one.
It would be my fourth Snake Eyes too. I just.
Jay's done.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I have to go.
Me too.
Good. It's a good time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Mezco Prune Face, and I just wanted to say
Prune Face.
Thank y'all for including me, and
thank you.
Also, we could just do it with all the toy photos, and I'd still.
I know.
Have so much fun on here.
For sure.
So it was really good to see all y'all. I really have to go, but thank y'all.
All right.
Thank you, Mark.
Good seeing you, sir.
Adios, brother.
You guys are all awesome.
Do you guys like that collab idea? Like for real?
It is a good idea. Yeah, it is a good idea. It'd be cool. Like at the end, we could have like how all 6 shots, link up.
It would just be a carousel.
It's also.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I think that's further. You could I want to do that one, but I think you could even go further as just a fun nod to each other, and not necessarily like an official collab, but like an I Spy, like a similar prop that's from here. Or Ben, you said that you took one of Sully's photos and put it in the background as a picture. So even something like that could be kind of silly. That's kind of lower effort, but a secondary collab.
Wow, that was.
No, I'm not talking about his shot. I'm
Ben's lazy.
You just talked about a different idea.
No, I know. I'm just kidding around.
But it was lazy. No, but that's what I was thinking when we started.
What's that?
Somebody just ripped Velcro or something.
Somebody fell out of their body.
I think I knocked over this thing.
Oh,
yes.
I was about to type on Simon's AI to see what I just ripped.
Yeah. What did I just rip?
What are you guys shooting next week?
Is the show done, or are we?
Oh yeah, let's wrap up. It's getting crazy. Thank you everybody for watching. If you made it this far, you win a special prize. DM Jay to find out what it is.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.